gonna see if this pops up here. Got it.
So it should pop up and then there's our stream.
Okay. So when people go to the YouTube page, what are they seeing? Because I only still see the one live on the YouTube page. Let me see.
So now what should happen?
Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Okay, we got 2 lives to choose from here. Yeah. So I'll go here.
Yeah, there we go. 2 lives. So I just made it AFLU. That we got 2 options there. What should happen?
Yeah.
And
okay.
Here.
Okay, there it is. Okay, we got 2 lives to choose from here. Yeah. So I'll go here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you out of my heads here. I'm just gonna listen to it. It is a little delayed. I'm gonna see.
I just made it AFLU. That we got 2 options there.
Actually, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Okay, we've got 2 lives to choose from here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you out of my head here. I'm just gonna listen to it. It is a little late.
One thing you want to do is if you're watching like our stream, mute it.
You're good.
Yeah, that we don't not too echoey.
Yeah, no, I was just listening to it. So can you tell how many people are watching ours? Because yeah, so it is definitely coming out a little glitchy on this stream. It's just like kind of weird. So it might be. Oh yeah, that's kind of strange. Oh, that's kind of weird because the video, yeah, the live stream's a little bit ahead.
Yeah, so the live stream's going to be basically on pace, and then our stream is going to be a little bit behind.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just I'm gonna watch the actual live stream, then I'll have an idea what happens before, and then we can comment on it.
If anything, maybe just we'll put a note in the Facebook saying, hey, how do we sound on their end?
Swansburg back to pass. Crossing route. Oh no, he's out of bounds here. Running out. So it's quite a bit behind on this part of it.
I think one more change here. Glenn underneath.
I don't know how I feel about them changing angles like this. Like keep it on the one angle. It's freaking me out.
The nice thing too with us doing it here the Zoom way is I can add a guest in.
Weird. Gold like punting on the first drive. Good defensive stand there. That's huge for Airdrie, right? Like get that get that field position early.
Yeah. Now we get to see the matchup that we all want to see here. How's that Airdrie offense and the Quake Jets D going to match up here?
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a defensive game, at least in the beginning, right? It's always kind of getting those nerves out and having people get kind of into the game during the time advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's.
Good.
Are we recording this too? Because we could always upload to our podcast too as like afterwards.
Yeah, it's recording. So now it's recording on the YouTube.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, I just want to pause. Just gonna mute myself here just to see how we come up on the phone here.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, Cold Lake got the ball back here. I missed that. There was some sort of penalty or something. Got a completed pass. That's a deep one.
Yeah, it's recording. So now it's recording on the YouTube.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here, I just want to pause. Just gonna mute myself here just to see how we come up on the phone here. Okay. Okay. It's a little laggy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like it's like because I'm seeing it from because it's your Zoom, you're seeing it at full speed, but I'm seeing it how other people are seeing it, and it's like it's kind of glitchy. I think just because of the way that it's transferring over.
Yeah, just a tad behind. That's just tough. How can I fix that here?
Oh.
I'm just gonna kill the feed from. I just killed the feed from us watching it. Hopefully, they have a little more bandwidth to work with. So let me know if you think that it comes out a little bit better on your end. But
Yeah, it just kind of is the way that it is almost. I think because whenever I've done these Zoom, that was almost a touchdown there, incomplete pass. I've done these Zooms with my team before, and it just is like the people sharing the screen. It's just a little glitchy. Is there a way where we could just like even cancel? Like how far behind it's all about really timing, I guess. But I was thinking we could cancel the screen share because I don't think that's a good way to watch it. I don't think it's going to work. And we could just voice the actual game, but I'm not sure through the live stream, but of this Zoom. But I'm just not sure how far.
Is here. Oh, press it back. No.
Jets are going currently live. Jets are going for a field goal. Like I think what we have to do is basically make the. Is it good? It's good. Jets are up 3-0. I think we just have to almost make this somehow more of a radio type of broadcast. Like we can have it via the Zoom and live stream without sharing the screen, and people are just going to have to watch the live and we can comment on it. I just don't know what the delay is between what people are going to. Well, it should be the same, right? Like if you get rid of the screen share, Omari, and we're just here, yeah, do this. Get rid of the screen share, and then it's just me and you, and then keep us live. Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Okay, hold on. And then we just have to see. Okay, so 1 second. I'm going to take my headphones. Oh, here, I'll just mute. Okay, I'm just gonna test something here. I'm just gonna see. Okay, I'm just gonna comment this play and then see how far behind we are. Okay.
10 seconds.
Coldly got the ball back here. Snap of the ball now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna test something here. Just gonna see. I'm just gonna test something here. Just gonna see. Okay, I'm just gonna comment this play and then see how far behind we are. Okay.
10 seconds. Yeah, we're about 8-second delay.
Yeah, about an 8-second delay. So we're behind so when we see it live with them, it takes us a little bit. Yeah, that kind of makes it impossible.
It's pretty standard. That's pretty standard though in live streaming cases, like for it to be a little bit behind. But I think this is probably the best case we're gonna get, because even if we're live here on YouTube, I can't really. Yeah, there's nothing much I can do here on YouTube on Zoom.
We'll have to figure out. Yeah, we'll have to figure out something for the national. Maybe that's a little bit more conducive somehow if they're able to live stream. Just the delays are just kind of fucky. Because right now, if we announce this play, they're Cold Lake's running it, so people are seeing it, but they won't hear our commentary on it until after it's already done. Or we can't change the future. There's 7 people watching us right now, and I hope that they're probably like, what the fuck's going on? If you are watching this, like I said, we're trying to make this work. It's just there's some lagging issues, and I don't know if it's going to be able to work. The play, we'll be kind of talking about the play after the play's over. So, hey, let's just do it. It's a little bit behind. We can just.
I'll just put in the chat that, hey, there's a lag with the thing, and we're breaking ground here. If anything, that's always the big thing too. This is the first time probably in AFL history this is being done.
Yeah. So let's just I've got the live stream, so we'll comment as we see it, and then by the time the next play is going, we should have enough time to talk about the play previous. So we're right now seeing Cold Lake punt it. Cold Lake is punting. Jets are up 3-0 currently. Airdrie on the return here, and absolutely swallowed up by that special teams. The Cold Lake special teams are huge. They've been huge for them, blocking punts, returning kicks, and then that play right there, right now, field position's huge because it's tough for Airdrie to football here. It's tough for them to take this all the way down with a long field. So if you are watching this, we're a little bit behind on the commentary, but maybe you can watch the live stream. Maybe have 2 windows open, watch the live stream on your TV, and listen to us on your computer or on your phone. So we're a little bit behind, but we're going to do our best here. Airdrie running the ball in the first play, gets absolutely nowhere on the jet sweep.
There you go. I'm caught up now. I think I was a little bit behind there. They're going into their second play here. We'll move down ahead.
Gotta love these Jets jerseys, man. These all grays are nice. Second and long.
That's one thing they brought out against us with the Irish. They brought out that I call it the Wild Williams pack, where they got Jacob now going in as QB.
Yeah.
And he just adds to the dynamic. You basically get it in the hands, and you can throw it past. Begs the question: what can't the Williams family do?
Yeah, no doubt, right? And and he's a good little player and quick. And I saw that they did that to you guys last week, and I kind of like that. I kind of like mixing it up a little bit. Did they get a first down there? It looks like they must have. That's a decent run there. If they can move the ball and possess it like this, it'll be really good.
And the thing with Airdrie too is when they run the ball, they control the pace. That's one thing which, when I look back at our game, like they did a good job controlling the pace on that bit by bit. It'd be interesting to see how that matches up here.
Yeah, I think that's huge for them because they don't really, if you can keep that Cold Lake defense on the field, as good as they are, they're still human beings. So keep them on the field, work them hard. And Airdrie's a physical team, right? So they can wear them down. Looks like a second and long situation. Fake fly. They love that deep bomb. Flag. It looks like maybe some PI. Yeah, it looks like some PI. Cold Lake sideline, not liking that one. 15-yard penalty. No longer spotted the foul, which is like a huge thing, advantage for DBs, right? Like if you're absolutely toasted, like just tackle a guy, it's 15-yard penalty. I'm not sure how I feel. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Even as a DB, it's kind of like if it's pass interference. Oh wait, this isn't. Oh no, it's on. Do we have two? It looks like Airdrie was moving backwards there. Oh no, 15 up.
On like first, move it up. 6:20 left. Wide run.
That's a great gain. Oh man, he's still going. Oh my goodness. All right. I just said they'd be tough marching it down the field, but they've done it. They're in range now. Tie the game. Oh, good time to also mention. Go ahead.
Yeah, you go.
I was just going to say, good time to mention AFL Uncensored podcast. If you're watching and haven't listened, that's out there. Omar and I are the hosts, and also our main sponsor, Pregame Darts, has sponsored AFL Uncensored podcast. So I wanted to give them a shout out. If you're in Calgary and want to get into a great sport or a great activity, check out Pregame Darts. They've really helped us out. Airdrie moving back now, so it looks like penalties made it out.
First and 20, first and 20.
What do you do here, right? Like first and 20, you're like, we need to maybe get 10 yards back here, so we run the ball, and they actually almost do. That's a really good run on first and 20, but now you're in 5. I mean, this is a time where Cold Lake has a massive advantage, right? So second and long, they know exactly. You're not going to see any blitz here. You're going to see Cold Lake drop into coverage, rush 4, get their linebackers flexing to the zones almost immediately with no run checks. Because we know
checks, because they're in tight. They go into this eye. Yeah, you're going to see like a 49.
You got split 22, pretty standard. 4-man route. Too easy for Cold Lake. Oh my God, he almost caught that. That is, that's got to be a mistake somewhere. You can't see really, but like, there's no way you have a 4-man route concept like that and second and long, and you have 8 DBs versus 4 receivers. And there should be no touching the football for Airdrie there. It just, the numbers don't add up. So that's a mistake there by the Jets. They got to fix that. But that Airdrie guy's got to catch that football there. It looked like it hit him in the hands.
I think that was Jacob as well. I know he's favored a lot on the deep balls.
Yeah, that looked like a flood concept. You had a 5-yard out and then like a 15-yard out. He tried to hit the deeper out, but
might give no yards.
We got punt attack here.
Oh, really good return. Yeah, that's a big return there.
They can do that. I just said, right? Those special teams have been huge for them. There they go again. The whole bench going out there. Time to dance a little bit. Cold Lake's going to be dancing over there. Let's see if the live stream picks up the dancing. They're dancing for sure.
Is that
damn, man? Half that bench went over there. There's Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson just threw his helmet. He's so excited. Dave, settle down. Settle down, Dave. No, I'm just kidding, Dave. I love you. If you're watching this later, Dave's pumped. Oh, he's still going. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, and that's a kill.
That's a killer. He solidifies that reason why he was number one all-star right there. Literally for punt return.
Yeah.
Solidifies it.
You know, that's kind of two big mistakes by Airdrie in a row, right? They got to make that catch. They make that catch. They get a first down. They still have the ball. They have a chance to score. Instead, they don't make it. They punt it, and it's a touchdown the other way. And now we have – did he make the extra point? Looks like 9-0. I don't know if he might have missed that extra point. So it still says 9. But, yeah, that's a big mistake, and that's a lot of momentum for Cold Lake. And now Airdrie's got to come right back out with most likely bad field position. And here's the thing. Right now, Airdrie's uncomfortable. So you're down 10-0. You're on the road. You have visions of losing 50-0 last year. Not a great start anywhere. And now you've got to do things you don't really like doing, which is throwing the ball, playing from behind. Like, that's not Airdrie's style, right? Airdrie wants to pound it. They want to play up. They want to win time of possession. They want to win field position. But this is pretty much worst case scenario right now for Airdrie. So let's see if I think they were actually down in that first game against the Jets. It could have been the other way around, but let's see if they can do it. This is an uncomfortable spot for them.
Yeah, it's this change. This is, like I said, it changed the pace, because when you run the ball, you control the clock and everything. When you get behind, you have to. Okay, we have to mix in a bit more passes, right? Which Cold Lake will definitely want to play to their advantage there, but it's interesting now. Like, do you keep the same style of play calling, or do you open it up a bit more?
That's a good question. I think a lot of people say you got to maintain status quo, and I think there's some truth to that. But I don't think you can afford to go down 17-0. So you have to get the next score if you're Airdrie. So that has to be on top of mind. You can't. You have to get the next one. You can't go down 17-0.
Yeah.
Bad field position to start. Shout out to San Pellegrino if you want to sponsor us. That'd be a big money sponsor, San Pellegrino.
Oh, man,
you know what?
I'd
love that. There are multiple dudes on the Bucks that now drink San Pellegrinos because of me. So I feel like they should come our way. Can we say that on YouTube without copyright?
Oh yeah, we're good. If anything, it's the music that always gets the strikes. Ooh, that T with the tackle. 11, yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle of that. He's definitely not afraid to stick his nose in there. Teague doing something a little different. All red sleeves, all red legs.
It goes nice with the gray.
Red towel. Yeah, I don't usually like gray jerseys, but these are all right. I'm not gonna lie about that. These are all right. Split backs, second and long. You need it here. Tough. Oh, they're gonna get another. Kind of looks like a weak call there, but they're gonna get lucky.
We're getting a text here from Kelsey Fender. He says he's gonna reach out to his Pellegrino guy for that sponsorship.
Fender has a Pellegrino guy. What the? That's great. again, if you're just tuning in, we can't really link the video, but you can pull up both live streams at the same time and listen to our audio while watching the video. It'll be a little bit behind. You'll hear us commenting on the plays after they've happened, just because of the lag, but should still be a good time and still worth it. Better than the nothing going on in the sound of the actual live stream, I think, anyways.
We're breaking ground here. Nice thing here is we get to at least take this as data and like, all right, what we want to use better. Like, I think that there's another platform that I was thinking I wanted to use. I know we talked about it, so maybe for the national we look at that platform or just see what else we can do because it's the lag now that we're trying to sync up together closer.
Yeah. So we'll have a few weeks to figure that out. Did you get Sinjin's message there?
Yeah.
Tell the guys to delay their stream by 10 seconds or something, Matt. I wonder if they could do that.
They won't.
Maybe
with what Chris is telling me, the way because he does it off the phone, it'll be hard to do that. It'd be hard to do that. If he was doing it off of like a PC, to the cameras, then he could do it. Cause I've been using this thing all day, but it's a little tough there. But we're
going deep.
Oh, see, this is.
Oh my goodness, is that Gabe? Who is that over there? Is that the strong side? Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. There's a flag there. Let me see if I can get Sinjin on here.
And Airdrie needed that one. You had to find a way to score. I think it looked like they tried to open it up, but it's really tough to just throw deep bombs against the whole big secondary. Really, really tough. Almost impossible, to be honest with you.
This is now where like concepts that I feel like when I want to look at game planning for like a team like Cold Lake, 2x2 doesn't really. I feel like it's kind of too basic for that defense. I'd be throwing 3x2, 4x1, some 6-pack, and like a lot of motion just to create something. Because I feel like when you mirror both sides, that's very easy for them to read.
Yeah, I agree, and it's not even just the 2x2. It's the 2x2 and then 70 protection, right? Like you're not even leaking a back, and so you have a four-man route concepts, and Cold Lake doesn't blitz. Like they're so comfortable with their D line that they're just going to send those four and allow their linebackers and DBs to play coverage. And so if you're only running four-man route concepts against 8-man drops, it becomes really, really, really tough.
Mm-hmm.
Second and 5.
Oh, underneath, zoom. Who's that? 81, yeah.
No. Yeah, no coverage there on the crossers. The linebackers got to pick that up. Airdrie was pretty good at that most of the year, but that's too easy for Mitch, right? You can see what Cold Lake's doing right now. They're really trying to get Mitchell into the game. Mitchell Swansburg, quarterback there for Cold Lake, with some underneath stuff, some easy stuff, get his confidence up. Airdrie's got to take that away, and it looks like there's a penalty on this play, but you can't allow Mitchell to get comfortable making those underneath throws. Those have to be absolutely taken away and make him try to push the ball down the field. My game plan against Cold Lake would be really simple, right? Like let's take away everything 7 yards and in. So let's take away the run game. Let's take away the short game concepts, and let's make them throw over 10 yards and see if that quarterback can do that comfortably all the time. Everybody's got good DBs, right? So I'm eliminating this first 7 yards field, and I'm daring him to throw over top of that. Otherwise, he's just going to get too comfortable. He's very tall, right? He sees everything. So, oh man, you got to get him there.
There's some good pocket movement there. Way to work up the pocket. Third and third and 8, 39, you know, I would punt it for the sake of field positioning here. Pin them deep.
Yeah, up 10-0. They're not moving the ball. Absolutely, you trust your defense here. Some sort of penalty going on. Decline. I'm going to kick it here. Wonder if.
And of course, their punters. Nice. Jeez. Boom. Put it up. Oh, good scam. Good run. Good run.
I wish it was just a better quality. Like it's, I can't see the numbers very well. Maybe I need to like reset my.
No, I think we're seeing the same here too. Like I look at the quality when I look at the live stream, and the highest is going to go to 480p.
Oh yikes! Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get 720, but 480 is the max that they're getting.
Stuff to work on, right? Like that's there's no reason why we can't do that. Obviously, money is involved, but no reason why you can't spend money to make money and to get sponsors and to get that stuff involved. Because if we could have really high quality live stream, it'd be awesome. Oops, turn that off.
Bardo with a out there. I was looking at the thing. I was going to feed off of your comment there, just with the money and everything. Like I look at these advertisers they got here: Colette Chrysler, Ross Contracting, CNL. I see the logo there. Like, hey, people are wanting to contribute in that way and get exposure, and that's awesome there. So, you know, I do think I could see maybe next year. I could see a big advancement. Maybe the live streams from Cold Lake.
Yeah.
Wild Williams package.
The Wild Willie package. Like Vardo with a weird spin. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. So Cold Lake would have scouted that pretty hard. I know if I was Airdrie, I almost would have saved that for this game because you allowed Cold Lake to scout it. It's tough because go ahead, Mar.
I was like, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like they brought it out and I was like, huh, like that's quite a package to unveil on camera, like
yeah,
to a team that, you know, they're projecting to win and everything. I would have hidden that package, just being like, yeah, we're not pulling it out.
Yeah,
Like,
make a little confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is there's too many smart people on Cold Lake. Like Teague Sherman, I believe, does their defense there, and he's played in the CFL. He understands what he's doing, and when he sees something, I mean, when we went up there and played him with the Bucks, they had scouted us so well. They basically knew everything that we were doing up until that point, you know, because they put a lot of work into it. So it's tough. It's tough. I would have definitely tried to, I think if I was there, to try to save that a little bit. But your game was also closer than they probably expected, so maybe they felt like they needed to.
Yeah, they might have felt like they
sending everybody.
Oh yeah, extend the house.
Ooh, that's a short leg kick. Yeah, good coverage there, Airdrie. They had to get that one. They had to make up for that one.
Mm-hmm. They fight out of that field position battle, or they just get pinned deep.
Ten nothing, almost the end of the first quarter. Not a great start for Airdrie. Cold Lake pretty much doing everything that they want to do at this point. Get up. It's tough to come back on them, right? So, it's the second quarter now. Moving into the second quarter.
Oh, they always get bouncy castles at the games.
They got a good setup in Cold Lake. Yeah, they got
That's
a
the
really
one
good
thing too.
setup.
I saw bouncy castles like shit, man. Like I get
Yeah.
let my inner child out there for a bit.
That's just great, right? It's great to see that they're doing so. I mean, it makes it a fun atmosphere, a fun
Mhm.
environment for everyone involved, and parents want to bring their kids there. And Cold Lake does a really good job of that stuff, and I think the rest of the league can really learn. I think, we've talked about this on the podcast. It's important to copy other teams and what they're doing and why they're successful, because you can be with this league and having a team as successful as you want to be, however much effort you actually put into it. And some people, need to understand that a little bit more, right? The effort that you put into anything is going to matter. So instead of, whining and crying about people doing things differently or better than you, just try harder, be better, right? Like what you guys did with the Wolfpack this year, right? You guys lost a lot of players. You didn't cry and whine about it. You went and got better, and you had a really good season. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we had a quick 2-and-out here. First down. No, not first down, but it's 1st and 10. Second.
Advertisements, website sales. Ironic on an AFL stream.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh, big. That's a big catch. Man, 81.
I wish I could see numbers. Is that it?
It was 81.
Oh, yeah.
They flipped cameras.
Yeah, I think that's it. 81, second All-Star. Derek Valm, if I'm not saying that correctly, I apologize. He had a big game against us. Yeah, second team All-Star there. Good player. Derek Valm. Pulling up the Cold Lake roster here. See where he's from. Did they get a penalty on that? Oh my God, they did. That sucks. That sucks. Penalties, man. Nothing worse as a receiver than you make a big play and you look back and you see the flag and all the air just gets sucked out of your system.
That or a big run, like after a monster run, like where you just tear it up, like break up ankles, stiff arm.
Then you're dead tired. Walking back to the huddle.
Yeah.
There's D'Angelo Mayweather, Mr. Actor himself. D'Angelo, hook me up, buddy. I want to be an actor. Is that another? Oh, man. Punting. Nothing Jets, 14 minutes left in the second quarter. Nothing too exciting so far. Definitely not a classic by any means, but it's still early. Airdrie's got to get something going on this drive positive, even if it's just flipping the field, get deep, punt it deep, pin them deep. You got to score next, right? That's, regardless of what happens, you got to score next. So set yourself up in a good place to try to do that.
Well, one question I got for you here is, I know Cold Lake, they sneakily added in that Cole Bridges is back. One thing now, do you think with him being back now and more about the offense here in the later half of the season, do you think that's more? It's a good thing, of course, but do you expect it to be like a right away impact, or he's gonna get acclimated back into the flow of things and game speed and all that?
I'm sure
the chemistry.
Yeah, the chemistry might be a little bit of an issue because obviously with Mitch being new, it would have been nice for them to have that all year. But Cole's a baller, and I'm sure he was, it was a wrist thing, so it's not like he couldn't run or train and in that aspect. He looks quick. I think the chemistry is definitely an issue. If they win this game, they'll have a few more weeks of practice together. But it's hard because when a quarterback's playing with a guy with that much speed, chemistry matters because you have to throw the ball a little bit earlier than you do with other guys, right? So in that situation, it matters. First down. Can they do it? That's an okay run on first down. I wish it would be a little bit less predictable. I wish they would maybe throw on first down a little bit more. But that was a good gain. Go and hurry up here. Oh, yeah, no, so we're huddling now.
They'll go hurry up, and the way Josh does it, he calls I think it's from what I gathered when I was playing DN, it was like SpongeBob, Shark, I think they have it broken up to where it's left side, middle, right side, and like hammer. Yeah, hammer is like the inside zone, I believe. Again, I'm just hearing all this. I'm just like, DN, that's the one thing I want to touch on too is I've always played offense and been able to take our time and pace. Playing defense, you really lose yourself to time and space and everything. I was really just so focused on the ball and hey, what move I'm going to set up and all that.
It's different. Yeah, it's different mindsets, different views of the game. Second and short, outside run. Looks like Eric Kyler. That's a good run, Eric. I believe that was Eric Kyler. Maybe Marshall. Who's 37? Let me check.
It was Eric Kyler. It was 37 there.
Yeah, that's Kyler. Eric Kyler, former longtime all-star corner in the league. Been around for a very long time. I think his first year might have been 2009 or 2008 even. Maybe even 2007. Played corner, played for the St. Albert Stars, Edmonton Army, I think, for a time. Played for Airdrie and then played for Edmonton, and now he's back with Airdrie. Been around a little bit. But now he's playing running back, put on a lot of muscle, put on a lot of weight, and doing a pretty good job there, actually, in his mid-30s. This is interesting. Cold Lake has put Gabe on the weak side of the field. So I've never seen him play the weak side of the field. He's always the strong side corner.
Oh, big time move.
That's interesting. I wonder who's the weak side receiver. Is he matching? He might be matching. That might be Sinjin. Little out route. That is open. Oh, and he missed a tackle. That is a good play. That is a good play. Yeah, I wonder. This will be interesting. So let's see. So on that play, Gabe is on the weak side, which is something I've never seen, and he was covering number 80, which is Sinjin. So let's see. Sinjin's going to be on the strong side now. He's always playing the right. Oh yeah, Gabe's just matching. So Gabe is basically playing left corner instead of strong corner. He's matching with Sinjin. So that's an adjustment they wanted to make. Sinjin, who played DB most of the year last year with the Wolfpack with us, good player. Did a really good job at receiver this year. Yeah, I feel like he was a receiver. I feel like he was a receiver, and then he became a DB with the Wolfpack.
Yeah, he played. He came from Colts, and he was he was a receiver there, lights out, and then came with us and he's an athlete to play both sides. That was one thing where even last year, wasn't really a naturality. He won All-Star attitude and All-Star this year. So definitely one of the top athletes in the AFL.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a first-team All-Star as a receiver and this year, and I think he missed the first 2 games. So he put up big numbers in only 4 games. Bardo with a little bit, probably a disappointing season in his mind compared to last year especially. But, hey, Daryl Leeson did call that. in the Calgary Wolfpack preview, he said he's not going to get as many targets because they don't throw as much, and he would have had like a ton of targets with the Wolfpack. Like if you think about how close your game was, Airdrie going for a field goal here. If you think about how close your game was, man, imagine if all those players that left Airdrie were on the Wolfpack. I think the Wolfpack would have blown them out.
It's
which is
it's a
interesting.
long. It'll be long debated. It'll be long debated. You know. Oh,
They blocked that.
they blocked it.
Man. I said earlier that Cold Lake special teams making a difference. Now look in this game already. Punt return touchdown for 7, and now a block taken 3. That's 10 points that Cold Lake defense is responsible for. 10-point swing right there. So that's the game right there. Special teams right now is the reason why Cold Lake has that 10-point lead. So that's so important to understand that cliche of special teams is a third of the game. Well, right now it's 100% of the reason why this game is the way it is. I like Teague's look here. This all red look is nice.
The red and the gray go nice together. That like red burgundy.
Yeah.
The names in the back of the jerseys too.
Yeah. They got that. They got that oil money in Cold Lake, you know.
I would, you know what I would love to hear, because I know how the team got fined that $1,000. I love them to turn around and be like, oh yeah, no, we paid for this through the live streaming advertisement.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's funny is one of the live stream sponsors is Roth Contracting, which is actually Vince Roth's company. Vince Roth's the president of the league. So I don't know how if that's a little bit iffy, but that's maybe Vince Roth is paying the fine for the Jets through his sponsorship. You think that? You know what I mean? So like I don't know how much Vince is sponsoring to be on this live stream, but I bet you it's enough to pay their fine. So technically the president of the league paid Cold Lake's fine.
It's what's it called? Not corporate. Nah, I'm blanking on it, but you can do anything with the money. I guess if it comes from the company and everything, like end of the day, the money still flows.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
The time on this. Go ahead.
14.
Yeah, that time is wrong. It's been like that for a while.
Yeah. The one thing I was gonna say is this is just now, I guess, feeding off of, I know Vardo last year had a great season with us. I know this year, I'm sure I would imagine it's a disappointing season. I'm sure he'd love to have like a bigger stats line, but I guess this now raises the question: if you want to be, you want to get a game, you basically want to have a year where you get, 50 catches, 500 yards, like you gotta go play with Daryl, because Daryl has a style where he likes you. He's gonna build that chemistry, and then you're gonna get that big those big stats.
Yeah. Well, he threw 30 times more than the next closest guy, right? So like the Wolfpack were chucking the ball all over the field. So I mean, for Daryl to do that at his age, first team All-Star, lead the league in passing and touchdowns, is really quite incredible. And really with one true legit guy in Soretsky, and then a guy like Zion who kind of came out of nowhere and all had a good year. But I think Daryl makes Ryan Belrose has said this before, right? Daryl makes good receivers great and great receivers elite, and I believe that. I truly believe that. So he made a great receiver in Alex elite, and he made a good receiver in Zion great. And you can see that every year he plays. I think that might be the most truest statement about Daryl, even at his age. For those that don't know, Daryl Leeson is 50 plus years old, still slinging it better than anyone else. So if you're watching this and you want to go play with the best quarterback in the league, you better head your way to the Wolfpack, because that's where he's at right now. So, we've got a good one in Red Deer, but I hope he goes and plays junior next year. To be honest with you, he needs to go and do that. I'd really like him to do that. And then good one in Cold Lake too, but he should probably be playing junior as well. So. What do we got here? Cold Lake punting, or is that Airdrie punting?
Yeah, it's Cold Lake punting.
Did they call that? Did they call the roughing the kicker there? Oh, Ideen's down. Yeah. Is that 15, or is that just you're running into that, or is that roughing? By the time you guys hear this, you'll probably know that because we're a little delayed on the live stream audio, but that's okay. They're going to discuss this. Is it running into or is it roughing? Cold Lake offense is coming onto the field. They seem to think it's a first down, which means it's roughing the kicker. I don't think it's roughing because it looked like his plant leg was down. But we're going to see Cold Lake's offense is coming onto the field. Little confusion here. Refs trying to figure this out. Basically, what the refs are talking about was he hit with his plant leg alone on the ground with his kicking leg up. If you get hit with both feet on the ground, it's just running into the kicker. If the kicking leg is still up, you hit the plant leg, it's roughing the kicker, which is an automatic first down. So they're just trying to figure that out. Let's see what we got here.
Something's going off there on the field.
So it looks like, is the punt group back out there? Are we 5 up and kicking again? Looks like that might be the case. Or is it offense? You know what? Looks like Cold Lake offense is out there. Nope. They're going to punt it again. So that was just running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty, not enough to get a first down. So they will move 5 up and kick again. Well, off the time this time, gets a good one away. ID, and with time, we'll get good ones. And a good special teams play there, but excellent field position for Airdrie coming into this one. So they need it here. I'm not sure how much time's left in the second quarter. The time on the live stream is definitely not correct, but they need the next one. So this would be good field position, starting basically right at the half. Whoops. We currently, again, so we have some new watchers. We are just doing audio. You can see us or listen to us while also watching the live stream on mute. We will be a little bit delayed with our audio, but by about 10 seconds. So you'll hear us talk about the plays after they happen. Getting this underneath stuff pretty good. Not a lot, not a deep gain, but completions, that matters. With confidence.
Second 7 here. Look, Canna Cabana. This is going to be your plugin right here. You see what Tej has in his hand. Let's say where this is sourced.
I think I did actually get this from Canna Cabana. So, yeah, this is a Focus card app, by the way. You can sponsor us too. It's for dabs. Really nice.
Oh, they try to test Gabe. Gabe with a.
Gabe saying get out of here. You guys are silly. You guys are silly. That's what he's saying right now. Don't be silly. Don't worry, Mom. This is CBD. It's healthy. I think my mom actually might be watching this, so who knows?
Yeah.
Take this for my headache instead of Advil. Advil's bad for the liver, you know?
Yeah.
Punt situation, not a good series. Airdrie just can't get anything going here. Shout out to our sponsor, Brick Can Darts in Calgary. Shout out to our sponsor. This is our AFL podcast sponsor. Danny Warwick with Warwick Grain Carriers. and brick can darts. And BMS website sale, which is the sponsor for the live stream, which is pretty cool. You get full screen ad. Was that? Oh man, that looked like it was picked. That was close.
Grips, bang, and over. Too high. Yeah.
Just looks a little tentative on his throws. Like he's just not stepping into it. He kind of sailed that one. That was covered pretty good by Airdrie on the crossers. You can, like I said, you can see what Cold Lake's doing. They're really trying to just get his confidence up with these little short passes. And like I said earlier in the game, you know, my game plan would be to take away that 7 yards in and make him throw over that 7-yard mark. And Airdrie did a good job there of covering that crosser and not really giving him much to look at. Airdrie's got to score here, though. 7 minutes left in the second.
Right, so then the clock is starting to. Clock's been updated.
Taking forever to punt this ball. And a whistle. 5:38 left now in the second quarter. Yeah, it got updated. All right, you need this one, Airdrie.
It's big return here. No.
They need it. Yeah. Well, 2 drives in a row where you're starting, you know, in your opponent's end of the field. So Airdrie's got to figure something out. They need to make the adjustments. This is where they got to see. This is a championship game, right? Like you can't just tune out the entire game. You got to get something moving here, right? So whoever they have in the booth, or if they have anybody, they got to be seeing something. Tough for me to see with the quality here, kind of what's going on. But I wish I could dissect that a little bit more. But you know, it's whoever's up there is going to be able to see something. There's no defense can take away everything. So Airdrie's got to figure out what that is. Gabe's matching again. So I think so Gabe's already had a good game, right? And it's best on best. But Airdrie's got to kind of eat their medicine here. Look, if they're going to take their best corner and take your best receiver out, well, find your other guys, right? And I know Cold Lake has other good DBs, but you're just not going to get anything against Gabe. Like it's not a successful plan, short term or long term. Even if you get one lucky one, like you can throw 10 times and have 0 completions and an interception. So I like that. I like that run there by Josh. Right, keep them honest. They're not blitzing guys. Those linebackers are dropping into coverage. They're going to give you depth, and that, you know, if you get through the D line, you're looking at 5-6 yards minimum every time. Josh has got to take this game over. Just moving backwards, eh? Fuck.
Oh, deep shot. Pick Gabe.
It's just too easy, you know. Like it's, I just said it, right? Like I'm watching from here, and I'm telling you, Airdrie, if there's anyone listening, stop doing that. You can't. You got to understand you just can't throw to him anymore. It's not a good idea. So they're going to take Sagan out of the game. You're really playing with fire there. And now here's the thing with corners, right? So Gabe's already had a game, a couple knockdowns, interception. I think maybe 2 interceptions. I don't know who got that first one. Maybe that was a penalty. I can't remember. But regardless, you can't do it. So he has momentum. He's like got that, in like what was that NBA Jam where you'd get really good and you'd become on fire. He's on fire. That's Gabe right now. Like he's his X factor is on. You know what I mean? Like he's lit up. He's ready to go. Stop doing it. Airdrie, stop it. You can't do it anymore. It doesn't matter. He's taking away that part of the field. He's taking away that receiver. Stop it. You don't throw at the corner whose X factor is lighted up or on, activated. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't throw at the corner whose X factor is activated. So I don't want to see any more of that from Airdrie. Somebody pass that message along for me.
No flag. I think that's going to be going against Airdrie, so I'll move it up for a first down.
My wife's about to make me some sweet potato fries, so I'm excited.
Nice.
Fuck, I love sweet potato fries, man. So I get these organic sweet potatoes. She cuts them up, bakes them into fries, and then I make this like homemade honey mustard with like a bunch of like superfoods in it. It's so fucking good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So
cold like moving up here.
Well, one question I got for you. So like, that's your like career occupation, right? You're a nutrition coach guy or is a nutritionist?
Yeah, so I'm called a health coach. So but I mostly deal in nutrition. I have my personal training too. I used to do personal training as well, but I just nutrition is something that I just fell in love with in 2014 when I had a head injury. What happened? Oh.
Mitch went to run it up. The corner dropped off, and he's dunked it right over his head.
Oh, see, the problem here is now the game's basically over. I said it. You could not have Airdrie get the next, or you could not have Cold Lake get the next points. And so the corner there, yeah, he's in a tough spot, but the threat is not Mitchell running the football. You have to know that. You have to stay true to your depth and let your linebackers flow. You can't leave because Mitchell's not a threat to run the football that well. Like he can, but he's not a fast guy. So that was a mistake. That was a mistake that you can't make. And Airdrie's corners are good. I'm not sure which corner that was, but that's tough. 17,
sure
nothing here with the extra
point. That here from halftime.
That's frustrating for Airdrie, man. But yeah, so I coach people on nutrition, how to eat optimally for optimal performance, just like as a human being, right? How do you stay young? How do you stay looking young? How do you stay energetic? How do you kind of ward off all those like things that happen to you when you get old, quote unquote? So, and I live that life, and it's it's worked really well for me, right? I've played football for a very long time, longer than most people. So I truly believe like food is medicine, food is powerful. But mostly now I run sports camps for kids, which is really fun for me too. So I get kind of the best of both worlds, coaching adults how to eat and teaching kids how to play sports. I also have a bakery. You know what? I should sponsor the podcast, but there's no one. I only do locally because I make everything at my house. But I have a superfood bakery. I make like treats like brownies and apple pies and banana muffins and stuff like that that I sell to like local moms here in my town.
Yeah.
But if I ever get into shipping, then I'll just sponsor the podcast myself. So
Yeah.
There's probably a way I could ship my goods, but because I don't use any flours or binders or preservatives, it has to stay in the fridge.
Okay.
So 17-0, 3 minutes left. I will just say it now. This game is over, but we're going to stay here with you because anything can happen in football, and I have been wrong before. This is as I say that, oh my God.
Touchdown.
Is he going to go?
Jacob Williams.
Is he going? He's gone. Is there no other flags? Cold Lake's
There's a
pointing.
flag.
Cold Lake's pointing. Oh, no. That, just as I say the game is over, Airdrie gets the play they needed, and there's a penalty. Oh, my God.
Oh, no. No, flags declined. Touchdown
It
stands.
stands? Oh, my God. So I've been talking about the Jets special teams all game, and then talking about how the game's over, and then that happens. So, this is why we do it. This is why we don't leave early, I guess. Wow, that's insane. What a return. Who was that? Was that Williams?
Oh, yeah, Jacob.
Wow. Who got the kickoff? Do you remember? I think Cold Lake got it, right? I think Cold Lake got it, yeah. So that means Airdrie's getting the ball at the half. So, hey, here's our situation now. Airdrie get a 2-and-out, score again, even if it's just a field goal, and then you get the ball coming out of half. That is the ideal situation for Airdrie right now. Now, second best would just be get that 2-and-out, go into half, down 17-7, get the ball, and regroup. That was the play that they needed. That should bring a lot of momentum to Airdrie. That's the kind of stuff we need to see in a championship game. I love it. I didn't want another 50-0 game in championship, Gotta make this though.
We're gonna have Kelsey here hop on for a few minutes. True Pain Man Eli style guest popping in.
Oh boy, guests on the show. I love it.
That's just send the link, so hopefully he pops in here.
Yeah.
I was actually speaking to a spouse of one of the Airdrie players. I was like, "Oh, come on, and give us the perspective of my." Is Dave throwing his helmet? It's blocked.
Dave threw his helmet. Did they block it?
He blocked it.
God, Airdrie, you gotta make that, man. So that could come down to haunt them, because now they're gonna need a 2-point somewhere. Damn, you got to make those. Dave did throw his helmet. Dave, stop throwing your helmet, man. Protects your head. That was more of like a exasperated throw, though. They didn't want to give up that's tough for teams like, right? They don't like giving up that stuff. They put a lot of pride into their special teams, and that. I mean, the game was over. If it's 17-0 at half, like, how do you come back from that, really? Like, if there's anyone that could do it, Anton could rattle his team up, but that's tough. But 17-7, when you just kick off a touchdown, like that's doable. All right, I want a good game here. Let's get a 2-and out, Airdrie. Or you know what? Let's get a turnover. Did he kick that out of bounds? Oh no, he didn't. Still get it on the 30,
here he
31.
is. The best bartender in AFL.
We got our first guest on the Tejan Omari show. What's up, Kelsey?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, good, man. Good to see you.
You as well. All right, let's get the feed going here. See what we got going on.
We got a good one here. Hey, I was calling the game already, and then Airdrie took one back. So
Yeah, I saw
They
that.
missed the fucking.
I've been keeping it posted here. I've been watching my Alouettes here on the TV with you guys on the background and everything. They're texting Omari, seeing what's going on here with the Cold Lake Airdrie game. So
Nice. Okay, that's a good run.
Funny
Okay,
timing
good.
too. We got Sinjin as well, our AFL insider. This is gonna
Sinj
be
coming?
a riot. He's in
Sinjin
here
coming
too.
on.
Oh, Sinjin's on.
oh no.
All right, everybody, we're going. Hey, we're doing one better than Peyton and Eli. We're going two guests at once. Sinjin, you there?
Oh,
He's coming. He's gonna figure it out.
In here.
All right, big stop here, Airdrie. Big stop.
Looks like a first down to me.
Oh my God, is that Cole Bridges? That's a big first.
Man's seeing it now.
What's going on?
What's up, Sinj? Welcome to the first ever Tejan Omari show.
Dice him up.
I need to get a turnover here, Airdrie. Let's go. No, that's a good run.
Yeah,
That's Kelton.
I found if you delay by whatever your delay is for your internet with your guys' commentary, you can line up the game and the commentary like beautifully. It's great.
Yeah, it's like Sinjin said, we're looking at about a 15, 20-second delay here. Like, it's not much. Like, you just back it up a little bit and you're right on point.
Could we make that adjustment at halftime? Like, how do we do that? Like, how do we with the
some things at halftime if they want to come back into this? Like that kickoff or that return there just that really wakes them up, and hopefully they can take that momentum into the second half here. But they really have to find some way to start dicing and get out these second down situations.
Yeah. So Sinjin, how would we back the live stream up though? Like
So when you're live, like I've been going off my iPad to watch the games live stream. So then it usually has like the slider bar at the bottom of any YouTube video. You can back up your timestamp, right? So you just back up your time by like 10, 15 seconds. You got to play with it until the commentary lines up.
Oh, okay. So people themselves could just rewind the broadcast.
Yeah. They rewind on their own, and then it lines up your commentary to the thing. So you guys are watching it live, but then they back it up so that the delay cancels out, and then it's like they're watching it live with you.
Oh yeah. Okay, there you go, everyone. Yeah. So if you're watching, you can just rewind it and then just listen to us and try to time it with your. So you got your two screens going, and then you rewind one, and then you just play it and just try to match it up, and then we can be live. Okay. So that's actually a good way to do it. I wonder how many people are watching this right now. Let's see.
It says 160 are watching the actual live stream.
10 are watching our thing here. Yeah. We had to get them. Yeah. We did that. We came up with this so quickly. When we do it for the national, we can really get the message out. We can get Kurt to share it with Alberta Football League News. We can get players to share it, and then they can know that they can watch our live stream because it got 163 watching the actual stream here.
What a bunch of NFC guys will get. We'll be on too. I'm going to be watching, so you might even be able to get a couple of those guys into the commentary too if you guys are doing this again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we'll have more of the stories of the NFC side of the battle of whoever makes it to the national.
Yeah. Oh, hey, does anyone know how that game went or is going? It's got to be close to over by now.
I haven't checked anything
in Toronto. I wonder.
Kelsey, what's the AFL drink of choice right now that you got brewing?
Well, I was too lazy to deal with traffic on my way home, so I just skipped the dishes some Stella Artois.
Hey, there you go. The world's most interesting man right there.
That almost looks like San Pellegrino.
Look at that pour.
It almost looks like I'm a professional, man. This is what I do for a living. And, no, it's like
wait,
I said,
are you?
You know, I mean, like so,
you have a Pellegrino guy.
Well, there's a rep for everything, man. Like San Pellegrino sponsors everything, right? So I'm gonna reach out to some people, see if I know some people, and if I can find some San Pellegrino reps that are willing to throw a little bit of money at the podcast, that might be a little bit of fun. Get some San Pellegrino out there.
We're about to have the
Yeah.
San Pellegrino Buccaneers. Is that the plan here?
Yay! Yeah. No, I'm gonna start a team in Sylvan Lake, the Sylvan Lake Pellegrinos.
There you go.
That could go pretty well.
Careful, I
That's
might
actually
go
kind of
vote for them.
that actually works. Sylvan Lake Pellegrinos. I like that.
What would your
Sounds like
mascot
like,
be for Pellegrino? Would it just be like a big bottle of Pellegrino?
Yes. Yeah. A bottle of picture this with little tiny arms and legs. That's it.
Well, they got some Pelicans or something up there.
What a uniform combo, green and baby blue. Is that the plan there?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, yeah. 100%. Green jerseys, baby blue pants.
You got the orange star on the side of the helmets. Hell yeah.
The orange. Oh my God. Wow.
Team
The
was on
orange
that
star. This is, the side of the helmet logo. Oh my God. There's just so many things good things that can happen with that.
Is it just me
All
or
right.
is it Cold Lake doing whatever they want right now? Like,
Yeah.
offensively, I haven't even been, other than that Kyler run for the most part, there hasn't really been a big spark I've noticed on this Airdrie offense today.
No. Well, I was saying earlier, they're trying to force feed the ball to Sagan, who's being shadowed by Gabe, and Gabe's dancing right now on the field because his X factor is activated. So they have to find a different answer, right? It's tough. Cold Lake provides a lot of problems.
Like Airdrie's gonna have to come out in their second half and do what they do and know that they're down. Just like it was mentioned in the podcast. That's a big run. Oh, is he gone?
This is nice.
No,
Wow.
I think they're calling flag.
Yeah, that's gonna be a flag, I'm pretty sure. But
he's gonna go the whole way.
Yeah, there's
But
a buck in the back there
There's
by
a flag.
Airdrie.
There's a flag.
But
that looks terrible on film, though, man. For that guy, ooh.
But as we all know, right, Airdrie's a second half team, right? So they're gonna have to go in. Anton's gonna have to make the adjustments that he makes, and these guys are gonna kind of have to come out and have a big second half, right?
They have to shut him out.
Yeah, that's what the Irish probably went into this game knowing they were going to have to do, and they're going to have to come out in the second half and execute. Because if they don't, I mean, at this point, Cold Lake's just imposing their will, especially that defense, right? Their just offense has nothing.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like that was the after yards gain. Oh, there was a hold, so it probably wasn't. Oh, second down.
Special teams is the difference here, and like this Cold Lake special teams unit is ridiculous. Let's be honest. Like they just have a great special teams unit, and it's a third of the game. It's a big separator that I've noticed this season.
Yeah, they've by far had the best special teams all around, and it's made a difference. And now Airdrie's going way back here. So if that time is probably not correct. There's probably less than 2:19 left.
Yeah, they got
right now.
Yeah.
Right now, if you're trying to time up your live stream, it's 17-6, 2:19 left in the second quarter. Airdrie has the ball on their own 10, and it's second and very long.
So we're saying it's under 2 minutes right now?
They're going to hand it off like that? What?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, they did get a few yards on it, but I would have thrown, if you're going to do like short yardage on that, like throw a slant or something. Just to at least get the quick yards, right? Like you're trying to under 2 minutes. So you gotta be trying to chip away here, I think.
Yeah, this is tough here, right? So they're gonna try to punt it. I don't know how much. We don't actually know how much time is left. You don't love taking a safety here, but they also have a good kicker, so this is a really tough spot. And they also already returned one for a touchdown, so it'll just be interesting to see what they do. If they take the safety or if they actually try to kick this. I think they're going to take the safety. I think they're happy to go in.
I would kick it.
I would kick it here 100%. I would believe in my defense at this point. If I'm Airdrie, like their defense is wow. So to me, like I get the safety, but like this isn't what you want to be giving points to, man, regardless.
I agree. I felt like that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, you're right. I can see it happening, but I think believe in your defense there. They get 3. I mean, I don't know. you kind of hold them to 3 at that point, even if with a good punt, probably, because they will get yards on you, so they will get into field goal range. So maybe that is the right call there.
Yeah, I think it's really 50-50. I think hindsight, right? Like if you kick it and you get a great kick and they don't kick a field goal, you're perfect. But you're still only down 2 scores. I think Airdrie, you realize, hey, we're gonna have to score 2 touchdowns. We don't really have much of a kicker, and so we're down 13 now. So you're down 13. You got to shut them out and you got to score twice. So at least you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean,
one left.
Taking the safety in the championship game is tough. I even think
Some
about
of the guys traveled up today too, because that's a big factor too, man. That's a long drive for those guys from Airdrie.
Yeah. I even think about though that semifinal game, and I know Mark can attest to this, is we ended up taking a safety at one point, and Daryl's whole reasoning, is, I mean, we punt it, you put them right in field goal range, and then instead of 2, they get 3. But then you also look later on in the game, and it was a high snap, and everybody's kind of been talking about it on the social media. Daryl didn't really go for it, and we ended up blocking that field goal, right? So if we don't take the safety, maybe we block that field goal, whatever. That's a totally different game, right? Like they kind of, every point matters. And it kind of changes how you go about how you run that second, that fourth quarter. Changes a lot.
Right.
3-score game now.
Well, and it's the same thing. Like honestly, like the bigger and better the teams are, like the better they match up, just across the board. The more the game comes down to who can commit the least amount of penalties or make the least amount of mistakes. It's really the small mistakes are going to be the ones that really bite you in the ass. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 plays a game that you can look at and be like, those were the 4 plays that we lost the game in. Right?
Yeah.
Where like in high school and stuff, it's like if you just have better athletes, you just win the game. Where when you're starting to match up, it's more about the disciplinary parts of the game and just cleaning up the mistakes, because you get burned once, so it's instantly a touchdown, right? Or it's a huge gain.
Yeah, I think Airdrie's going to be okay if they can get this stop here. No more points. Keep that 2 possessions. Get the ball back. But they do got to put a drive together.
Cole Bridge is.
That's a catch. Look at him. He's
man's making a statement, being back.
Oh, there's Dave throwing his helmet again. the ultimate hype man.
Is that like, that must be his thing? Like typically when you throw your helmet, you're just for a bad thing, but he's just like good things smacking.
Dave is something
exuberant,
else.
man.
I thought he was
going to
go to the elite in 2021 there, but he ended up going to the Bucks, and I was really excited to play with him because I know he's a really excitable guy on the field. So he brings a lot of energy.
Yeah, he's very exuberant, lots of energy. That is a big game because they are now in or close to field goal range. So Airdrie doesn't really want that. Now you're because then you're down, 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. So essentially 3 scores.
About, like, why not just punt it in a way? It's because like now 2 gave them 2, and now you're going to give them at least 3 anyway.
Yeah, and that's the hindsight, right? That's why it's so 50-50, because it's like, yeah, hindsight 2020, Cold Lake Chrysler.
And how about bodacious marketing solutions, boys? I'm gonna have to disappear for just a couple minutes here, boys.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Airdrie comes out of this half with a different energy and really starts playing forward, because kind of right now it seems like they're on their heels a bit.
Yeah, they seem a little nervous. Not as much crispness as you'd like to see at this time of year.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's a good play.
That's a good pressure there, though. Good reaction.
We're at the 39, so it's a 48-yard field goal. They will attempt it because it'll be with not a lot of time left on the clock. So They will
have the
attempt
leg
that.
for it.
Well, they have
Yeah.
they have good kickers. That's the big thing in this league too. Is like just having good kickers increases your chance to score by so much. Like there's been teams that just haven't had kickers in previous years, and you're like, all right, cool. We as long as we keep them outside the 35, they can't actually kick
We're
it.
good.
Around, so.
Yeah.
Rip.
Well, the Wolfpack, I don't think even tried a field goal this year. Oh my goodness. Oh no.
They got a swarm on those guys, man.
Oh, that is. Was that Bridges again?
No, that was
think
number 10, Jubille.
Oh yeah, Jonathan. Jubinville.
Jubenville, yeah.
Damn, he looked that. He was quick feet. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you have to hold him out of the end zone. This is, you got to do whatever you can do. Like you can't. This would just be demoralizing. Worst case scenario after you get a lot of momentum back after that kick return. Like you can't give up a teed here.
Right. But this also looks like a much different Cold Lake team, like just energy wise, than the team that came down and played in Calgary. There was that 4 weeks ago now.
Yeah, they were going through some stuff there, stressful situations with the league at that time, and traveling, and this clearly there's two different teams playing in this game. One is playing quite well, the other one not so much right now.
Touchdown too.
You got to get something here. Oh no!
Wow, you got absolutely torched on that too. Well, I got back to see what the hell happened on that.
Yeah, that was a corner. It looked like just a little corner route, just like
front set.
Was that 81 Edward again?
Corner got caught with his eyes in the backfield. He shuffle techniques.
Irish really let this one go here at the back end. They're going to have to really reset at halftime.
Yeah, by the time he reads the quarterback, the receiver's already passed him. Like, guys already eaten up his cushion. So he's in hard trail. Yeah, that's rough.
That's a money route for Cold Lake. That's been on film all year. That little corner route in the red zone. So you have to
of reading that bunch, man. Like they did have one guy go in with the first guy in, and then I think that corner just waited and watched the quarterback too long instead of just getting on his man there. If he got on him right away, I think maybe he had a better chance of covering that, but he got caught with his eyes in the backfield and then just got roasted.
Yeah, just a little too easy there. Just a little too easy.
26-6, oh boy.
Well, that's tough. I mean, clearly we talked about it this week on the podcast, Amari, the Jets struggling offensively last week. I mean, their first game in a long time. Clearly not struggling anymore. So this could be a long day for Airdrie, unfortunately.
Yeah, they really got to get some energy back on defense and find a way to make a couple plays here, just to get the boys back into it. Because when Airdrie's on, they're actually a pretty good team.
$27 seconds left. Hopefully that's accurate here. Oh, big kick. Big kick. Yeah. No reverse.
All right, that's a pretty good return, actually. All right. Take reverse was kind of smooth. I don't think anybody really bid on it that hard, though. Oh, maybe a bit. Hold on. Let's slow them down a little bit.
Well, can you get
All
something
right.
out of this? 27 seconds.
You gotta pass. You have to pass
they go.
here.
They're going into their 6-pack here. Empty look. They ran this a bunch against us in the first game of the year. They didn't run it as much as the year went on. 6-pack's tough, right? Because
we do like cover 4 here.
Yeah, when we played them in game 1, I saw them do the 6-pack at their green versus white game. So we had a plan for it, and as soon as we saw it, we had a call that was called Eagle, and we just went into a deep cover 4. We only rushed 3. We dropped 9 into coverage. Right. It's like, we put a spy on Josh, and they went away with it from it pretty quick. Because once you're dropping 9 into coverage, because obviously they're not going to run it, you put the spy on our middle backer. It was pretty quick. So,
right. Ooh,
Josh is gonna run it.
Yeah. Positive gains.
Pick.
So that's an arm punt, so that's good. At least they gave him some good position, at least for their defense on that one.
Is that another pick though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just
Airdrie's got to get to halftime.
My man, every time he walks out the field, straps. Ugh.
That's the one thing I love with this side camera is that you can like do the celebrations like the celly cam.
Yes.
The one thing I love with it.
Dave is so hype, is hilarious. Love that man.
He's so hype, yeah. That's his thing. He's the hype man. Oh man, that is what it is. They were just trying to take a shot there, right? Like you're hoping something good happens. It's been pretty much terrible for Airdrie in this half. It's probably pretty much as bad as it could possibly be. Like down 20 against the best defense in the country right now. That's an uphill climb.
New England bullshit, but I don't think it's happening.
I'm surprised too, like that the Airdrie defense just isn't. I thought they'd be a little bit better than they have been. I don't know. I can't. Could be yips, could be travel, could be nerves. Could just be cold lake.
For Bridges, is that the thing too? They just don't.
Well, Bridges played last week, so they would have known he was there, but they didn't. He didn't play. He didn't play against them in the season, right? So
yeah,
that's the half. Airdrie's coming off not great, and Cold Lake's pumped, right? So yeah, not a good situation for Airdrie.
Bridges is one of those guys where like he's sneaky fast too, man.
Yeah, he's fast.
The one thing I appreciate with Bridges' game too, I noticed this last year, is that he does the dirty. I call it the dirty work, where it's like making the blocks, making the like the plays that no one wants to make. He'll just go and do them. Like, oh, you need me to go on backside and block on kickoff. You need me to go make tackle, kick, return. This, that, like that kind of thing is you appreciate that, because I know it's something that I find there's in the league that like to baby, like I don't want to do that, but he gets right into it.
Right. Well, like as a DB, I respect that too, because like those are the guys where like when you go into a game against those guys, like you don't have a play off against those guys. You know what I mean? If it's a running play, they're getting in there. Like you're gonna get whacked. You know what I mean? They're gonna block the shit out of you. There's guys that's like James Aldred does the same thing for the elite. He just bangs away wherever they need him to go, whether it's running the rock or he's got to run, a nice seam, or he's just coming down on a filthy crack block. He does what needs to be done in the same aspect that Bridges does, and those are the guys you really got to keep your eyes open for on the defense too.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey, is that another perfect pour?
Mari, like, come on.
Who the hell on that? Just a nice. Was that name?
I'm telling you, this is what I do for a living.
Perfect pour.
This is what it is. I mean, we're at halftime now, right? Like we can kind of round table anything that we want to talk about. So let's talk like pregame routine, right? Because I know
everyone knows about Teja's shrine there.
Yeah. So everybody knows Teja's shrine, and I'm so happy to have been able to play with Tej last year. That was a great year, Tej. I mean, having you with the Wolfpack was awesome. I mean, we've kind of had some banter back and forth over the last quite a few years since I got in the league. So having you play with the Wolfpack was awesome. But hearing you kind of talk about your pregame routine and having seen it last year and everything, and then thinking about what my pregame routine is, we couldn't be two completely different pregame routine type of individuals.
If it works, it works.
I'm not going to talk about, Kelsey's secret juice or anything, but I know Omari knows a thing or two about, I'll go to my restaurant, and have myself a little steak frite before the game, and might crush a martini or two before showing up to the field for warm up, and then a little bit of Kelsey's secret juice on the sideline as the day as the day goes on. So two completely different people, I think, which is a lot of fun. I mean, that's kind of the spectrum of the league that we're in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the opposite of Tej in a lot of ways too. Where like I haven't been as big onto the super health ways as I probably should be in my career, and maybe it's why I've gotten hurt a lot in my career too. But no, I kind of just, especially as I got a little bit older, I just pop a couple painkillers before the game. Get a little bit numbed out before you go in, so that any of the big stingers you get are kind of just a little bit muted out a bit. Especially as a smaller guy, the way that I play is not to the size that I've been in my AFL career. I've only played at above $170 once in the several years that I played. So I play a bit more physical, so I felt I needed that little bit of a numbing quality to really play the way that I like to.
I love your guys' game. Like, it's completely opposite to what I mean, all three of us, I think, play really the same position, playing defensive back. And you guys, Tej, what do you weigh? $160. Sinjin about the same. I came in this year at 210.
Yeah, I'd trade you in a heartbeat. I'd kill somebody if I was your weight.
A little bit different. Yeah, to be fair, I run a little bit slower than you guys, just a bit.
Yeah, when I had two knees, I could run pretty quick. Yeah, no, it's I love DB for that because there's so many different ways to play the position. Like there's even Richard Sherman isn't like a crazy fast guy in comparison to a lot of other guys that play his position, but he plays the position well because he's played on the strengths of what he knows. Like he's a great zone player. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the thing with DBs. You kind of just figure out where your weaknesses are and what your strengths are and try to play more into your strengths. And then you learn as you play longer in the position, you learn ways to like bait guys, or you learn like the route tree and stuff like that. I think like guys like Tej, who played wide receiver before playing DB, kind of have a lot of advantages. Like I've only played DB, right? So I didn't really know the route tree that well. So I had to learn it like kind of based on it being run on me. Like just knowing, okay, like at 15 yards, that's where we typically break like on our hooks, on our deep hooks, you know what I mean? Or like we're doing like 10 to 12 yards for our posts, right? Those are kind of things that I had to pick up just from like seeing them and having them kill me in games versus just seeing it on the offensive side, or like knowing different schemes where like you're trying to get a deep guy. If there's two outs, there's an in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That is going into when they start playing zone coverages. So I really learned those through playing in the AFL, to be honest. But
yeah, and me as a bigger guy playing corner, right? I mean, as you guys know, I played safety for pretty much the majority of my time at the Wolfpack, and then this year just decided to move out to corner. And just knowing what I, as a safety, wanted from my corners, and as a bigger guy, knowing how I could cover those zones or kind of take part in that, and cover those bases, not have to have my safety looking over both shoulders. I'm definitely not the fastest guy out there, right? But playing against a team that wants to spread the ball out, I'll get back there. I mean, Tej isn't here right now, but I had a pretty big diving knockdown against him that I probably should have had to pick on. So.
But like the main thing with DB too is like as soon as you learn that just keep everything in front of you, and the better you are at doing that, the easier it is. Like even if you're a slow guy, you just stay over top. Even if you're in man coverage, you stay over top. If they catch it, whatever, just come make the tackle. You want to try and be on them a little bit more on the deeper plays, obviously. But if it's like a 5-yard hitch or a slant, even you kind of you have the opportunity to kind of give them that little bit because it's like 5 yards.
Make a tackle, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just
as long as you're a good tackler, and Sinjin, I know you're the same way, right? Like you're a good tackler, right? So,
yeah, like pat
yeah, I mean,
myself on.
yeah, like 5-yard play all day. I think that.
Yeah, I was never a big hitter for the most part, but I was a sure tackler for sure.
Omari, what are we looking at? We're going into this second half here for you guys.
I think it's going to be. I'm interested in the adjustment that Airdrie makes. If anything, I would have to say it's going to be a more complex or more complex passing attack. But I think right now, yes, they can run the ball, but it's like they have that one pop-off play and 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Sure, they could do that down the field, but then I think it's gonna eat a lot of times. They're gonna have to like open up the passing game with some more complex, like 3 aside, 4 aside. I know they like to do that 6-pack, so hopefully they got some more complex combos coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%,
I think like something that's underutilized in a lot of Canadian football and even in our league is the waggle and being able to do a lot of pre-snap motions. Like Red Deer actually didn't do too bad of a job early on this year on doing a lot of pre-snap motions, and doing stuff like that can really help a quarterback read the defense. Because if they start moving with your guys, you kind of have an understanding that it's probably man. You know what I mean? If they stay where they are, if they're doing any sort of crossing, they're probably in some sort of zone. So at least knowing that helps the quarterback out pretty quick, and then just seeing where guys drop.
Yeah.
But again, that's something that needs to be practiced. It's not something that you can just be like, okay, we're going to do some movements here.
Well, it's something that I think Airdrie really needs to use, right? I mean, they have so much depth, and it's something that they haven't really utilized this entire year. I think getting Vardo involved is going to be really important. Getting Jacob Williams involved in that passing game, seeing his Gage shut down Seguin, and something that, having played with him for so many years, like getting Shaver involved in that passing game is going to be huge. Like he is such a good receiver out of the backfield, and I haven't seen them do that at all this year, really.
Right.
They got to get him out there.
They have that 2-back set that they like to run a lot too. So why not have one as that fullback blocking? Then you have your running back come out, kind of either take a block or release off onto, a drop check down route, whether that's just a running back angle, or he just does a little like middle of the field hook, or if he's swinging out and going kind of to the flats a little bit, just working his way out to the flats. You have that ability, especially with a guy like Shaver, like you said. And then also it kind of gives you that ability to run a better RPO. And it's something that, with as athletic of a quarterback as they have, I'm surprised that they don't try to utilize his legs more in giving like 2 options to a play in a lot of RPO setups. You know what I mean? Where he can read and give it to a back, or he can.
They did it. Maybe
they have the coaching for it.
Oh yeah, they maybe did it 2-3 times in that semifinal game against us, and the one play that it worked really, really well, which unfortunately I ran a corner blitz and ended up getting bit on that. But they could run that all day, right? Like they have that potential. I think Josh has the eyes and the mindset to be able to do that.
Exactly. Well, and like I was playing for like, oh Milo, chill out. Sorry. From playing DB, like playing against a guy like Josh or a guy like Mitchell, from the elite there, really, you have to really respect that ability for them to run. And you kind of have to have that in the back of your head. Like you got to cover your guy, but then also be understanding that if you're doing like any sort of flats coverage, you have to be ready to potentially come downhill and stop them from getting to that first down marker. So you have to really know where that line of scrimmage is, because obviously you come down too early, they can just lob that ball over your head. You know what I mean? If you wait too long, that's a first down. They're both fast enough where they can chew up 10 yards quickly. So, if they need to, they can just get those first downs themselves.
Yeah, 100%. Tej, Omari, you guys have kind of taken a little bit of a break here at halftime. So hey, we'll take it back over here on the Tej and Omari show.
Hey, we're dealing with some other stuff at the same time, so and I had to get a little snack It's getting a little hangry. Haven't eaten all day. I've been fasting all day, so time to eat a little bit. Waiting for those sweet potato fries to get done.
Yeah, my girlfriend heard about those sweet potato fries, man. She was all about that.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, like it's the simplest thing, and sweet potatoes are so so good for the gut microbiome. So full of vitamins, and they don't have all the bad stuff that regular potatoes have. And if you cook them right, like bake them, cut them to a nice thin size, bake them. It takes about 40-50 minutes to get them nice and crispy, and then make a good like sauce. Like I said, I make this ridiculous honey mustard. It's like heaven, man. It's like you just cook them in butter. By the way, cook them in butter. So like just you cut all the fries out, put them on the pan, spread them out nice and even. And then you take a cheese grater and you just grate butter all over these fries, okay? And like real butter, not the bullshit margarine that is actually going to kill you. Butter's good for you, I promise you. I'm 100. People make fun of me because they always say I'm 150 pounds. I'm 160 pounds, 8% body fat, and I eat so much butter you wouldn't believe. I put heaps of butter in my coffee every morning. I cook with butter. I eat it all day long. That's a whole nother story. We'll do a podcast one day on health and nutrition, maybe one day, or I'll just start a different podcast. But great butter all over these things. Soak them in butter. Cook them in the butter. The butter melts into the fries. It becomes part of the fry. You get buttery sweet potato fries, and the butter crisps these guys right up. And you guys will probably see me eating them, so I'll show you. And then you get nice little dip. A little bit of Himalayan salt, pink salt. Can't go wrong.
Hell yeah.
That's that cooking with Tej. You're welcome.
Hey, it's
new
halftime,
podcast.
man. We could talk about anything. I mean, we got a whole off season to go, right? Cooking
Yeah.
with teas. I'm all about that. I'm a big cooking with butter type of guy. So
Love it.
Yeah. Some sweet potato fries.
I'm telling you, man. I could eat them every single day. In fact, I almost do eat them every single day, to be honest with you. 26-6 at halftime. I heard you guys talking about what Airdrie needs to do. I think Airdrie has to come in with a mindset now of like, we have nothing to lose. Let's go out here. Let's go for it on third downs. Let's find a way to get some stops on defense. Like this is kind of an abnormal thing for them to be kind of getting a little bit pushed around on defense. So hopefully they can step that up because they basically need a shutout. 20 points. That's going to be hard enough in of itself. I don't think any team has scored 20 points in an entire game on Cold Lake this year, let alone in a half. So not looking good. You got to get shutouts. You got to score on the first possession. I think if you score on the first possession, then maybe it's a different game. If you go 2 and out on the first possession, might be over.
The only team to score 20 plus points against Cold Lake this entire year has been Airdrie.
I guess that's true, right? Yeah, I guess that's true in that game. So hey, it's 3 touchdowns. Get one on the first drive, get a stop, get another one, get within 1 score by the fourth quarter, and then anything can happen, right? You got to at least be within 2 scores in the fourth quarter, but if you could have a hell of a third quarter, and Airdrie's kind of been like that all year. They've been a little bit second halfy. They talked about that on the podcast this week too. So I hope they do it because I'd like to see a little bit of excitement. And I think
even though to be
Lake's
second half, like this has to be one hell of a second half, man. If they want to come back in this one,
one hell of a second half. Sinjin, how's everything going with your shoe business? Take a moment to plug yourself there. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, man. So so you can find me on Instagram at Momentum Customs. Currently, I've been working on a project with the Edmonton Elks called Cleats of Strength. We're raising a bunch of money for the Stollery Children's Hospital. So every home game, I've been designing a cleat with Stollery Kid and one of the players for them to wear at the home game and then get auctioned off after to raise money for the Stollery. So I've kind of lost count on which cleat I'm at out of 9 here, but I think this is number 5 and number 6. But I was shit! Sorry, I just walked into something in my kitchen. I'm just starting the work on Manny Arsenault's cleat here, coming up for the Red Blacks game. So getting pretty excited for that one.
Awesome. Momentum Customs, check that out. It's that's really cool what you're doing with them, and that the Elks picked that up, and I've been seeing the posts all year, and that's got to be a pretty sweet feeling for you to have all that, want of your product and what you're doing. So plus to be able to raise money for Children's Hospital, like, doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, man, it's a great feeling. I've always been big on the community and trying to give back, and now I finally have an ability and a platform where I've been able to do that, and it's kind of been a dream as a Edmonton raised kind of guy to be able to work with the organization that I've kind of held dear, so close to my heart all my life. So it's a dream come true, man.
Yeah. All right. We're getting ready for kickoff here. Airdrie needs something incredibly big to happen here. So let's hope for a big return here. I'm cheering for Airdrie right now. I want to see a good football game.
So a little reverse. Oh, that seemed to work too.
I want to try.
Good speed coming around that edge. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. That's what you wanted. Seguin got some speed there with the ball there. Got it in his hands. Again, stop throwing to him, stop throwing against Gabe, but let's figure some stuff out here. 50-yard line. Let's get on their side of the field. Make it happen. Make it happen, Cold Lake. Oh, shit. I mean, make it happen.
Split back, 2x2.
Yeah.
They go that little stack formation out on the boundary side.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is
Oh
what I'm
my
saying,
goodness.
right?
Oh, there you go.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Wow.
That's what
Wow,
they
they
needed.
did it. So, hey,
that's what
things
they
that I've
needed.
been saying have been coming true all game long. I literally just said they need to score on their first possession and they're right back in the game. They score on their first play? Like, come on, man. Like, that is how does it what's Cold Lake thinking right now? You know what I mean? Like they're feeling
Wow.
good about themselves and then bang, they just gave up the biggest play they've given up all year. That's exactly what we needed for this.
That's beautiful.
And
That
as
was
well-
well read.
I do
Pretty sure I
think,
said something about the RPO, did I not?
Yeah.
I do think Josh might be a little peeved that he didn't get that all-star nod.
Yeah. Here we go, going for two. That's I think the right decision here.
Yep, absolutely.
Kyler,
Take it out.
Oh.
Oh, nope.
short.
Good tackle.
Oh, wow. Eric's a guy that usually falls forward too, so.
He stretched forward. He tried.
Take it though. I mean, it's a 3-possession game either way, right? So you might as well go for 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if you go for 1 there, you're down 13. 2 touchdowns wins it. Now 2 touchdowns ties it. I'm not really sure about that, to be honest with you. That's an interesting one. I wonder what the thought process was, because if you get it, you're 2 touchdowns wins, but it's the same thing if you kick the extra point, 2 touchdowns wins. So I don't know about that one. Maybe they just don't have a kicker.
I mean,
They do. They have a kicker. He won All-Star. He's second. I think he was number 19.
That was a punter, wasn't it?
I was about to say punch, but I was like, well, what side is he on?
I don't know, because the guy who just kicked their kickoff, that was
Bridges?
pretty bad. I don't think they have a kicker, man. Because the guy who just kicked their kickoff, who would be their kicker, that was a pretty bad kick. Oh, Dave's going after someone here. Dave is sprinting full speed on the sideline. Where did he go? Man, both these teams are like 50 deep. Like, where are all these players coming from? It's crazy.
it's a good road trip for
Well,
Airdrie,
I
though.
mean,
Bring that many guys up.
yeah, a good third came from.
They have a good sized roster, man.
A good third came from the back, yeah.
just hey, I'm stirring up the pot here a little bit.
Oh, Mario, we're not supposed to talk about that.
Just man, one of Airdrie's old linemen just absolutely pancaked or one of Cold Lake's linemen just absolutely pancaked an Airdrie player. That's too many yards on that. Like you score a nice touchdown, and then the first play they're getting 6 yards on a fly. It just can't happen.
It just doesn't seem like their linebackers and their DBs are starting to come in on the run. Like that play was well developed, and you should have known it's a run. I hope to see more guys in a championship game flying down on that. You know.
Yeah.
They're in a 4-4-2, more DBs.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's a good
stop.
tackle. That's a good tackle. Hey, so perfect start. Oh. Is a flag going to be thrown? That looked like that was like a half punch.
I like
Things
the
getting a
fire.
little feisty.
I like the fire. though.
Feisty.
Like these guys got to get fired up.
Well, you got it now, and now we've got a game on our hands here. So it looks like there's no flag being thrown here. If that's the case, Cold Lake's going to be punting, and that is a perfect start for Airdrie to score basically immediately, and then to create a 2-and-out. Now they're going to be pinned deep here most likely, but that's a perfect start.
QB's in still.
Well, I think they think there might be a penalty. Oh, it looks like there's a penalty.
15 yards up the field, and an automatic punt, Jared.
Yeah. So just I was saying a perfect start for Airdrie, but that's a 15-yard penalty on Airdrie. Unnecessary roughness. Can't have that happen. Cannot have that happen.
Apparently the analytics are if you have a 15-yard penalty at any sort of drive, it's a 75% chance you're going to get a score of some sort.
Yeah, they're just demoralizing, right? Just for everyone involved. And it's just like, they had them 2-and-out there. That's after the play. That's just unacceptable. And Tom's not going to be happy with that.
An adjustment that Airdrie's made is they've added taken out a linebacker and added in a DB type. So you can see Jacob Williams is now.
Fumble. Airdrie got it. Airdrie has the football. Wow, what a play. All right, this is exactly it.
Second half team,
this is exactly what they needed. Momentum shifting quick here. Yeah, and you know what, Omari? So, yeah, they took out a linebacker, went to a 4-2, and then Cold Lake is running the ball all over them, but they get a break here by causing a fumble. They get the fumble, and now we have a ball game. Airdrie's marching. Lots of field to go, but momentum all on Airdrie's side at this point.
This is literally just like two different teams.
Gun split 22. You're looking at a quick little run here. Oh, I think he missed the hole, but he still got it. Wow, what a run by Eric Kyler right there. That's huge. 20-yard gain right there. I thought he missed the hole to begin with. I thought he could have taken it right up the middle. He decided to bounce it outside, and that turned out to be the correct decision because he took it for 20. And now they're midfield and marching, and the momentum meter is completely tilted towards Airdrie.
This is crazy. I can't believe how much of a different team this is in the second half.
Doing it again, outside run with Shaver. Oh, he broke free. He's getting more yards. Wow, what a run, Tyler.
See, that's a veteran presence right there, right? Like that, man. Airdrie's
Cold Lake player down on the play.
Ooh.
That is one of the Cold Lake's better D tackles down on the play. He's going to be out for at least 3 plays. If Airdrie scores here, man, that is gonna. This is what we need. This is how we bring the excitement up. This is what AFL football is all about. Boys, it's time to party.
Canna Cabana.
All right, brought to you by Canna Cabana, our favorite cannabis supplier. These guys will hook you up. These guys will hook you up with anything you need, whether it be the THC or for the moms, the CBD.
I'm gonna make that the video icon. You just holding that and a bomb. Hopefully you two will take it down.
Oh man.
I'll never forget when Tej was president and he came on and he did like one of his little video calls there that everybody kind of tuned into on. And the video
when I did my Facebook lives back in the day.
Yeah. And the Facebook lives and you came on and as soon as the video started, you were just hacking up a lung from a big fat dab.
Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the president of the Alberta Football League, and I'm getting really high. Well, hey, that fucking job gave me so much stress. I had to smoke weed. Okay.
That was the 2019 season, wasn't it, Tej?
2021.
That was 2019. Halfway through the 2019 season, I became president because that's when Glenn was president, but he got booted because he was a part of Cold Lake, who was about to get booted for cheating. So then I was president for the remainder of the 2019 season, then in the 2020 season.
Gotcha.
But the 2020 season didn't happen, obviously, because of COVID.
Right,
Airdrie
right.
had to punt here. That's unfortunate after a really good first run by Eric.
2019 was fun though, man. That was a good year.
I love 2019. It was, except for the final.
I don't know if
Oh,
you want to talk
no.
about it again, Tej. We can.
No, this can't
Oh,
happen.
return.
This can't happen.
No, I'm good. Let's leave that.
Dave just bowled his helmet.
It was a good game though.
Yikes, and no flags, it looks like.
Wow.
Damn.
All right. Well,
That didn't happen in 2019 at all.
Yeah.
So 2019 was
That's
a,
two punt returns in one game, man. It just, you know, damn it, Airdrie.
Why is Dave throwing his helmet off again?
He bowled it, man. He literally, his celebration was he took his helmet and he bowled it.
He's gonna get a concussion, man.
Yeah, dude.
Brutal.
Shout out to our sponsor, Brickcan Darts. If you're into darts, they're in Calgary. They're sponsoring the AFL Uncensored podcast. If you don't know, we have a podcast Omari and I run together called AFL Uncensored. You can find it on all your podcast platforms, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And we are doing this first live stream YouTube in partnership with the YouTube channel and the podcast. So thank you to Brickcan Darts for sponsoring our podcast. 33-12. That's unfortunate.
Well, that might shift the momentum again here. Let's see how Airdrie responds here.
So to summarize, we have 2 punt return touchdowns and a field goal block by Cold Lake. That's a total of 17 points that the special teams is responsible for.
Difference maker, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing for us. I mean, with the Wolfpack all year, having so few guys, not getting guys out to practice, it's, Rob Sherman kept talking about special teams and knowing your job and knowing what you're going out and doing. And I mean, Airdrie's come out, they've done everything that they need to do, offense and defense, but special teams just have not been there.
I mean, to be completely honest, though, in the AFL, like, under the 4 hours that most teams have to practice, nobody's really wasting time on special teams. Let's be completely honest here. Your kickers come out, they do their thing to do what they need to do to make sure they're locked in. But it might be 10 minutes of practice to get 20 minutes of time. And it's, if you don't have a full roster of guys at practice, you can't fully install it. You're kind of just like, who do we have on game day? Okay, you're going here. Like, that's kind of the way it works.
It's totally fair, but I'm going to talk some shit on Airdrie on this one. Because all these guys that left the Wolfpack to go to Airdrie are talking they have 30, 35 guys up at practice. So it's like, if you have 30, 35 guys at practice some fucking special teams,
Yeah,
like,
especially if you have the extra guys, because like, there's no way everybody's getting reps through all the drills, right?
If that's the whole reason that you left the Wolfpack to go to Airdrie was to get practice in, and you're getting burnt on special teams in the championship game, I'm sorry, man, but
Oof.
I'm just gonna stop talking right now because I got a lot to say on that.
Oof. No, I'm a guy that loves special teams, man. So I really do enjoy a good quality special teams unit. Oh, here we go.
Nice run, Tyler.
So far, Shaver and Kyler are both giving it all they got. Motors just running.
It's 2 vets.
But this is where I'd be looking to throw a little bit here, and then kind of let them forget that Josh has wheels too again, right? And then go for that nice QB draw again.
Yeah. And looking at that, that's the wrong play. That's what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying they have to take a huge shot there either. Like run a slant or like a hooks. Just get a couple yards on the patches. Let them know that you got the arm again too. Like you haven't forgotten
Yeah,
how
you got
to
to get the
pass.
ball out. Yeah.
Right, you're playing from behind here a little bit. You do need to get some good chunks here.
Teach, correct me if I'm wrong. They haven't actually thrown the ball yet this half, have they?
No, they ran it. I think they just had 2 plays and they ran it both times and got the touchdown. So this is obviously a tough situation to be in right here. I mean, it's you got a very long way to go to first down.
Yeah, no, it isn't. Like this isn't. You're not playing anything with the
There it
defense. Pass, right?
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
why are we
Gets on
throwing
his
that?
back foot. Like, what is he doing?
Wow.
Like,
We just can't do that. I just
Oh, no,
you
that's
know,
wrong.
the frustrating thing there is that was thrown. He stared at it the whole time, and it was thrown into literal double coverage. Like
Yeah, I mean,
that was the
okay.
easiest interception of Desron Kerr's career. Des is a great player. That was the easiest interception of his career.
I don't know if you guys want to go back a little bit on that play, but he had the post before he threw it. He had the post on the break.
Well, he would have had the post for sure because they had 2 guys covering over on the deep end there. So
Yeah, let me go back here on it.
that's tough. That's a tough situation.
Yeah, he did have that. If you threw like a low ball on the post, he would have had that.
Yeah, and that's good yards too.
Yeah.
Getting it outside to Jubenville there. Nice little wrap-up tackle there, gang tackling. Airdrie needs to stop desperately. Still lots of time left in the game here. Like, anything can happen. Kelsey and Sinjin, we're going to keep you on here for a little bit. We do have another guest coming on. When he comes on, we'll ask you guys to leave so we keep it kind of calm in here. But we appreciate you guys being here. We'll keep you on here until the next guest, who will remain a mystery until he's on, is ready to show up.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys inviting me on here.
Cole Bridges, weak side wide out here. I like a little slant.
Don't come back.
Gotta make a play there.
We got some fist fly there.
Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
Flags flying, helmets flying. This is what we got. We got, ladies and gentlemen. There's an injury. Fist flying, helmets flying. And then we're going to add. Come on, man. I want to see the fight. What is happening here?
It's a
well, okay, this is good time. I gotta go make my sauce for my sweet potato fries. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, roll the commercial. Roll the commercial.
Bro, I went back to rewatch this play here. Hold
on. I love it.
Oh, it's flying. Yeah. We got the guy standing on the field with the red shirt right now. Oh, here we go. Who's getting ejected?
Is it?
Love the look, 62, nice.
I wonder if that's just 3 plays or just or ejection.
Yeah, it was definitely after the whistle though. Like,
I think it's 3 plays because like the refs would typically escort him off to the lockers.
Good to see that Mitch is okay though. He's up and running. He got hit pretty hard on that play too. All right, boys. Well, I'm gonna cut out and get back to working on Manny Arsenault's cleats here. But I'm just gonna plug myself again. Check me out at Momentum Customs. I'm a footwear customizer. I do anything from shoes to cleats. I've specialized in cleats at the moment. Get your skates done. Message me up. We'll talk about price. We can do anything from, tiger stripes to clouds and galaxies, whatever your dreams. So, all right, boys, enjoy. Thank you again for doing the podcast. I enjoy. It was something great to listen to throughout the year.
Appreciate being on.
All right, later, y'all.
Take care.
See you, buddy. All right, got my food and ready to go. So I wish they would have shown that fight, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Got to get those ads in there. I wonder what the time is. Let's see if we can see the time. Looks like 8 minutes is the time left. The live stream says 11:36. That clock looks like it says 8. So we'll go with that. Yeah, 8:36 it looks like. I gotta fix my thing here. All right, Airdrie needs to start here. Here we go. That's dead. Glenn Dambicki right in the middle of the shot. The little legend Glenn. We got big legend in Leeson and little legend in Glenn.
I remember I broke my hand one year, and I knew something was wrong because I missed a tackle on Glenn. My hand just pulled back. I was like, all right, I'm injured. I think it was
That is
48.
the sign.
I think he was 48 at the time, so it was probably about 6 years ago.
All right, we got Airdrie moving, 35-yard line, pitch. That didn't do very well. Great rally tackle, didn't really fool anybody there. There's Terry Kennedy, Glenn Dambicki. I don't know who the other two guys are. Oh, there's Cole Bridges.
All right.
Watching closely. Watching closely.
Yeah.
Get it out. Get it out. Oh. That's turnover. With that turnover, boys, I will let you go. I'll let your next guest come on without any hiccups. Thank you guys so much for having me on here, watching my perfect pours of beer as I get going. And,
yeah.
Next year, whenever a fight happens on live stream, hopefully we can get some Canna Cabana, some San Pellegrino ads up on the screen instead of whatever's been coming up now. But boys, thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you, Kelsey.
Game, and I'll be keeping posted here till the end of the game.
All right, buddy. See you later.
All right, so I've sent our guest the link, so he should be. He did say he was in traffic, so we'll see if things will hop on here. How those fries? That dip looks really good. It's like dripping off them fries.
My man, I'm telling you, I created this myself. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
So I can tell it's nice because like you dip it and it's like dripping still. It's that perfect drip consistency. Not too hard where it sticks up top, but like, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the perfect thickness, man.
All right, here. So what we got here? So I think the game's started off to where it's been momentum to Airdrie. and back, has been back and forth. But I think right now Coley's really reining it in with the energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my video off while I eat though, so people don't
Yeah, no
get
worries.
weirded out. Yeah, it looks like so 8:03 left. I mean, still lots of time, and I think that if Airdrie's defense can hold, again, it's their special teams that's the problem right now. So let's get them off the field here. Let's get the ball back and see what we can do if we can score next. Got to score next though. That looks like a late hit there on Cold Lake on Airdrie, but no flag. Number 4 wants it. Probably is a penalty. He's looking around, but didn't get that one.
At 40. Moving on the linebackers. Yeah, so still staying at rover at nickel look.
Yeah, well, they forced a fumble last time, so 4-2. Yeah. Are they 22 on their trips on that side? That's why he's over there. Good coverage, but they just get that underneath us. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Too much speed. Just too much speed. Caught it underneath and beat everyone to the spot.
This is now one thing when I look at like I guess for my off season, but as well like the way the league's trending, like there's a lot of speed in the league and like you get Colleague with their guys gathering 4-4s, 4-5s. You get Airdrie with their young guys. Speed is definitely part of the mixer, I guess, of our future in the AFL. So, when I look at like, I guess how I'm going to attack this offseason, like speed definitely has to be part of the plan.
Yeah, I remember you saying that on the podcast, and
Yeah,
it is right. Like it's you can do so much with speed, right? So D'Angelo's making the eat sign. I don't know about look. I love D'Angelo, but I don't know about making the eat sign when you don't have any catches yet, man. Come on.
Is number
That's a
9 in?
Oh man, you got to make that tackle. Well, good rally though. OJ making the initial play there, kind of slipped out of that tackle from OJ, but Irish came ready to go here. You got to hold him to a field goal now. Ooh, get him. Yeah, there you go. That's a good play, taking them out of field goal range, I think. Probably going to punt this year, pin him deep.
Third and long.
All right. Lining up for the field goal, not the punt. This is a long field goal. Looks to be about 49 yards. Probably going to be wide left. offside Airdrie, it looks like. Did they call it? I don't know. It's short and to the right. It brings it out. Airdrie looked like they were offside, but it didn't look like they made the call. So missed field goal. Airdrie avoids that one, which is big for them. So in a situation now where you at a minimum got to change the field position here, but almost certainly need to score. Try to pass it on this first down here. No, they went back to the run, and that went nowhere.
Shaver. And then 6-pack. Is that pick? That knockdown.
All right, sorry. I had to move my computer, so I was away for a second. All right, where are we at here?
I think we had a knockdown here.
Radio up. All right. Back at it. Had to change my locations due to my computer not having enough battery, needing to charge it. Still 33-6. It says 8:03 left, but there's definitely less time than that in third quarter. See if I can get better quality here. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Good field position again, obviously.
ref have it.
Oh my goodness.
What are they gonna call
What'd they
it?
call on that? Refs can't figure it out.
Incomplete.
Man, I wish we could see that in slow motion again with close-up view. That was a great effort, regardless. I think that's one of those ones where the ref's gonna say, "I didn't see a foot. I didn't not see a foot, but I didn't see it." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
they can't confirm nor deny.
yeah, exactly. And I think if you can't, if you're not for sure, then you lean to not. That'd be an interesting one to see.
Procedure.
And before the kick is underway, it's Oscar Butler against the final Jets.
How's our coming?
He hasn't opened the
Did he
link
talk
yet.
to you lately?
Hasn't opened the link yet.
We do have another guest coming, everybody who's tuning in. Thank you to Kelsey and Sinjin for helping us out, being a part of it, and having some good conversations. This is, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. We decided to do this, I think, last week when Gabe actually mentioned that we try to do. So it's not perfect, but I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you're watching the audio or watching the video and listening to the audio, you can just rewind the video about 15 seconds to sync up with our audio. And then you can be like we're watching it live here. Incomplete pass there. Good little roll up by Mitchell. Cold Lake's probably going to win this game. Still lots of time left, I think, but it'll be interesting to see, jumping ahead a little bit now, how well the Jets are going to travel to Ontario. I think they'll probably travel with most of their guys. I think they're going to be looking forward to winning on foreign province soil. Something that hasn't been done since the 2008 Wolfpack. No AFL team has actually gone to Ontario in the national game. For those that don't know, the winner of this game will be the AFL champion, and they will travel to play the winner of the Northern Football Conference, which is in Ontario. I'm not sure who won that game. I believe it's been finished. I'm trying to find out. I haven't been able to see anywhere yet who won that game between GTA, the GTA All-Stars, and the Tri-City Outlaws. We got a field goal upcoming for Cold Lake. Looks like it is good. So we extend our lead 36-12 with probably about 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
$7 p.m. at Alumni Stadium.
Yeah, you're trying to find that GTA score, yeah. 24-point deficit here in this game. So we're talking about 3 possessions plus a field goal, 3 touchdowns plus a field goal. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Not looking great for the Irish at the moment. Looking very good for the Jets. And they have really dominated this game in all facets, especially on special teams. To do it in back-to-back years, coming off a loss to the same Airdrie team and really putting their foot down and kind of letting everyone know, currently who's boss.
Airdrie gets completion. I bet you that's Sagoon. I know he does that leg tuck.
That's a great play, right? Like, I mean, they didn't have that. It looks like we had the corner fall down there. So it's. I'm assuming there's no flags on that play. That's. I mean, I don't think. Every time I say the game's over, Airdrie does that. So both times I've said the game's over, they've had a huge play. So yeah, it looks like that was Sagan. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to rewind here actually and see if I can see what happened here. It looked like a corner fell down. Let's take a look here. So just a straight 9. He gets past the corner, and the corner falls, and that looks like that's unfortunately tripped. Yeah, it looks like he lost his footing. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's running with him, and I think they tangled feet, and Gabe just fell, which left Sagan wide open. Safety couldn't get there to make the play. That's unfortunate for Cold Lake, but fortunate for Airdrie. No good on the 2-point conversion. 36-18. So we have an 18-point deficit. We need 2 touchdowns and a field goal, or 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion and a field goal. So still a long way to go for Airdrie, but hey, they've not been very good today, but they've made a couple big plays. So making plays in bunches, or not in bunches, and rarity, but they're big. Be right back. Oh boy. You just can't have that happen. You need to compare. They haven't been able to follow up their big moments with even a good moment. They seem to kind of give it right back a little bit. So you got to be able to follow up your big moments with bigger moments. And that's how you win football games, right?
He's gonna run the washer.
Yeah. So that's basically the issue, right? So if you have big moments, you got to follow them up with bigger moments, and that's what momentum's all about. And that's how you really put your stamp on a football game or in any sport that you're playing. Airdrie's made big mistakes. They just haven't been able to follow them up, right? And it's something as simple as, kicking that ball and pinning them within the 25-yard line. I mean, that special teams unit needed to take pride in that. Instead, we've got it out to the 50 for Cold Lake. 1st and 10, shotgun, trips to the strong side. Cole to the weak side, wide out. We got some fly motion in here. We're going to give it to the fly. He's going to cut back up the B gap. Gets a big hit there by number 57 on the Irish, but a good gain there, cutting that up the B gap.
Winning number 747 349.
50-50 winner, winning number 747-349. If you're in Cold Lake and somehow listening to this podcast at the game and you have a 50-50 ticket, 747-349 is the winner. 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the AFL championship game. Cold Lake up 18 points with the ball and marching at midfield. Shotgun. 32 to the strong side. Quarterback's right. Takes the snap, drops back, rolls right, throws. Almost intercepted. Great play by, it looks like, number 1, Jake Williams. Cold Lake now going to punt. Good play there by Airdrie's defense. Looks like a good kick there. Returning. Trying to go really wide. Doesn't make much of a play there. That's a great tackle with a lot of speed coming down the field by the Cold Lake special teams player. They've been dominating special teams all day long. And on to the field comes the Cold Lake defense, who has actually given up a few big plays in this game, which is uncharacteristic of that defense. So we'll see how they respond here. Carlos Millsap coming off the field. A little bit angry. A little bit frustrated, I think. Or he could just be really happy. Tough to tell sometimes. All right, Airdrie 1st and 10, deep in their own area, deep in their own zone. Can't speak. What are they going to do here? 22. Seam right down the middle. Damn, where is the safety help there? That is just, I don't know what happened there when we're missing a safety. I think my live stream is a little bit behind you, I think, Omari. Maybe I'm behind. I got to rewind up because I heard you react to that play before I even saw it.
Oh, okay. Let me go back a bit. I'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah, okay, I'm at, yeah. What does the clock say on your live stream?
12:40.
I'm at 12. Oh, I'm at 12:13. 12:12. No, the
Okay.
actual clock that's ticking. The clock that's ticking. Can you
Okay.
see it?
Yeah.
I'm at
Right there.
12:06.
Yeah.
I'm at
I'm right there.
12:04, 3, 2. Yeah, okay. 12 minutes right now. Okay. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Perfect. Airdrie with the ball, trying to score here. They need this one. Josh steps back, comes up in the pocket. He's going to run, tucks it. That's a big run. He's still moving on his feet. Oh, he fumbled the football. Cold Lake signaling they have it. They think they have it. I think they do have it. Cold Lake has the football. That's so unfortunate for Airdrie. Damn, that was a good run too. Just lost it at the end. That's really unfortunate. Gabe signaling to everybody our ball. Walking with a little bit of swagger.
4-7, 3-4-9. If you have it.
All right. Airdrie desperately needing a stop here. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the football game. Jets up 18. We got a good picture of Gabe on the sidelines. We got a handoff right up the middle. Good stop there by the Airdrie defense. Put them in 2nd and 10. Obvious passing situations, and hopefully you can make the right call.
4 yards up the field on the play. 2nd and 6.
I don't know if Gabe knows the camera's there, but I have a hunch that he actually might. All right, shotgun probably going to pass 32 to the left side of the quarterback. Running back steps up to pass protection. Shotgun, quick throw, hook pattern, caught. Looks like enough for a first down. If you're trying to sync up our voices with the live stream, currently what we're looking at is 10 minutes and 38 seconds, 37 seconds, 36 seconds, 35 seconds, 34, 10:33, 10:32, 10:31, and 10:30. Hopefully that helps you sync us up. Jets with the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 35. Quarterback drops back in a pass.
Oh.
Fakes. It looks like he faked the screen, but he dropped it. He fumbled it. He's back. He throws it. That should be intentional grounding. That should be intentional grounding. That doesn't look like they're going to call it, but that was, I mean, I guess there was a receiver in the area though, so I guess they could be calling that. But he turned, yeah, receiver in the area there as I watched that back. He turned and just threw that as far as he could, hopefully to get it out of bounds. But he luckily did have a receiver in the area, so no intentional grounding. That looked like he tried to fake it. Second and 10, trips to the left of the quarterback, which is the strong side. Running back is already up in pass protection. Drops back, quick throw to the weak side. Looks like it's caught, but short. Just short. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Oh, they're going for it easy.
Oh, they're hurrying up to the ball. 3rd and 1 here. Looks like quarterback under center or somebody under center. They actually, I think, sometimes put Teague Sherman under there. Let's see. Quarterback sneak coming up. Can the Irish get a hold? There's the sneak. Looks like a good push for a first down. Currently, we are exactly at 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. That is according to the actual game clock. It's video, not the timestamp that you guys see. Timestamp you guys see is 10:28 o'clock. We see right now says 8:06. Shotgun to the strong side, which is the left of the quarterback. Running back is staying. It looks like we're going to get a handoff. No, he fakes it. Quick pass right over the middle. Complete. Jeez, man. That quick little stuff right over the middle of the film. Airdrie just can't stop it. Another first down for the Jets. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, Airdrie desperately needs to stop. Two and out from here on in, starting right now. Motion into the backfield. We got a fly going to the strong side. Lots of blockers in front. A little bit of a gap, cuts back into the middle. That's a good gain on first down, about 5 yards for, I think that's either Cole or Jubenville. Airdrie desperately needing a stop here. You know, they're still outside field position or field goal position. Make them punt here. You got to score 3 times in this game still. So any score here and the game will be over. Step in the pocket. Great hit as he throws. That's going to be incomplete. So that's what they needed. They needed that stop. They're going to force him to punt, and now you got to score here. So this is you're in 3-down territory for the rest of the game for Airdrie. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd and 10 from your own 5. You got to go for it. So there's no punting the football anymore for Airdrie. 3-down territory, which is kind of comforting, I think, a little bit. Like, no decision to be made. I think we can get a first down with 3 chances at it. So let's do that until we score, and you go from there. You're going to probably need an onside kick at some point. I think you probably go for it right away because at the end of the day, you need to stop regardless. So score onside kick, and score again.
Motion over. Just punt.
They blocked it. They blocked it. Oh, it went right into the Cold Lake Jets fighter. Oh my goodness, he's going to get a first down. He got a first down. He literally got a first down.
Who was that? Was that D'Angelo?
That is a first down Jets on one of the weirdest plays you will ever see. A blocked kick that went straight up into the air, into the Cold Lake Jets' hands, and then he ran it for a first down. I mean, this is going to be close. Are they going to measure? No, first down. Wow, what an unbelievably unlucky play. I think that was I want to say it was number 8, but I could be wrong. What an I mean, I've never seen that before. I don't think in my life. A beautiful blocked punt by Airdrie that goes straight up in the air and comes right down into the waiting arms of a Cold Lake player, and he just runs it for a first down because, of course, there's no player around him. I mean, Anton's got to be shaking his head over there in just absolute disbelief at that one. That's just incredibly unfortunate.
You know what's crazy? I've had that happen to me in junior. My 4th year in junior. Like, guy blocked the punt. I caught it, but like we were too far from our first down. I got hit out of bounds, but I caught it in the air after the block and tried to run it. I think I got like 4 yards, but nothing as open as that.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm actually a little bit in disbelief. Like, that's just. I mean, just super unfortunate, like, good thing it's not a closer game, because if that was a 1-possession game and you block a punt, like, it's hard to block a punt, and you block it, and then because you block it, they get a first down. Like, that just doesn't even seem fair. It's like when I play poker and I get one outed on the river. It's just like ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's so deflating, and like the ends are way open,
wide open there. Too easy right there. Too soft. I don't like saying anyone's given up, but it is hard, I think, at this point. Reality is sinking in for Airdrie. It looks like they got Big Zach Horn playing on defense right now, which is kind of crazy. It looks like we have an update from the NFC. The Northern Football Conference champions are the GTA All-Stars. So Cold Lake will be traveling to the Greater Toronto area for the national championship game in a rematch of last year's national championship that was held in Cold Lake, that Cold Lake won. This year, a lot tougher to go down there and win when you're the traveling team. So that's going to be the two best teams in the country going at it. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're hopefully going to be able to do the same thing for that game, give you some live commentary with a little bit more polish.
Yeah. I think for next round, we'll figure out the sinking. It'd be nice to see, I guess, how the situation works out for over there. Because I think the nice thing was with Cold Lake going, the probability that they'll, Kursk might go with them is high. So he might be there to do this kind of live stream there. And then as well, it'd be nice to figure out the way to do it to where we can either like join the streams or like we just basically take their stream as it's live and maybe we run it from our end. We'll figure that out. Or we just go or they fly us out. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah. Hey, if you're listening to GTA, like if you want some commentators for a game, get us out there.
Yeah.
But I want flights out there, and I want a free round of golf somewhere, a nice course too.
And then what else? Yeah, figuring out if it's gonna be Zoom or the other platform I was thinking of was called Riverside. I know we talked about it before, but I just like to see now how it works better, and because Zoom's great. It's like it's nice because it's easy to have guests on and all that. So we'll do that, and then maybe
and now we can just like sync the live stream with our voices, so that's good to know, right? We can help people out with that. So we've got at least some way to do it. Big goal here, looks like it's good. Wow, that's a great kick. That's a great kick, and that is gonna do it, folks. Like that is unfortunately going to be the end. We're now 3 touchdown lead here with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Better effort this year from the Irish.
So they just take it right away. I think Jacob's in at Q. Yeah, Jacob's in at Q. Marshall's in. Shaver's now going to that H-back spot, tight end spot. This is now their like athletic package, just all runners. Tight, yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was like a weird play that did not work at all. Wow, there was like 3 fakes and then a bubble screen.
I feel like that kind of play style doesn't run well against Cold Lake.
No, they're too disciplined in what they do. There's not a lot of guys falling for fakes.
Yeah. Too tight. Like I think the best, like when I look at Cold Lake's defense, is space them out and like you need to basically match up speed for speed.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing now. I guess we get to go into the offseason and build our teams how we want them to. Josh rolls out. And it's clean.
Yeah, Vardo just hasn't been heard of, unfortunately, today. It's tough. He's frustrated. You can see the frustration.
Yeah, it's tough. So whenever Josh rolls, it's always an out or a corner he's going to be hitting.
Yeah, he never comes back the other way, right? He's not throwing the post to the middle of the field. He's always looking to the side he's rolling. That is something he's got to maybe open up a little bit, because that was a read we had on him too. Just like we know where he's going on that roll. If he can start looking at planting his feet and coming back to the middle of the field through a backside post or something like that, it could be, because the safeties are chasing, right? Because they're worried about him running the football too. I'm surprised they punt here, to be honest with you. I know it's 3rd and long, but like they've already have 2 punt return touchdowns. And if he gets the edge here, that's an illegal block. That is 100% an illegal block. If he takes us did they really not call that 3rd punt return touchdown? There was an absolutely obvious illegal block. They must have called it, right?
Yeah, there's a flag.
Yeah, because that Airdrie player is down on the field, like knocked out, because that was a dirty hit, and I didn't think they had called it at first. Almost the third punt return touchdown. I don't understand why they punt there, to be honest with you. 2:49 left in the fourth quarter. Looks like we've got a calf cramp situation. I know what those look like. I've had a few of those this year in my career. So hopefully he's okay. Looks like there's a calf cramp. But that was a blindside hit. That was pretty obvious. You could see that. It was right in front of the referee too. Got Michael Dobbs doing some sort of signage.
So here's a question for you, Tej.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the league right now is in this place where, like, you know, some might say they're coming back right away. Some might say, hey, I need some time to process and think and assess what, you know, next year brings. What would you say are some things that, you know, you'd want to have some as additions to the team that you had as of this year? And what's kind of the next step for you guys?
For the Bucks?
For the Bucks.
Well, I think we're going to need a quarterback, because I hope that Brett goes and plays junior. I think we'll have Tony. Tony will be back, and he's after this is his first year playing football since high school, and I don't think he ever played running back. So he's going to be ready to go, and I know he really enjoyed himself this year. So he'll be a big part of the team next year. I don't think Xavier is going to be back. He's kind of moving on with his life in Calgary and his new job. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back. That's something I'm going to have to put a lot of thought into, see how the things go. Regardless of if I play or not, I'm still going to be heavily involved in the league through the podcast and through all the stuff we want to do to grow the league. And I'll always want to be a part of that, regardless of if I'm playing or not. But I think if we can get most of our defense back, I think our defense was really good. As far as I know, a lot of those guys are coming back. So, and if I'm back, obviously I think that's good for the team, and we really just got to have a quarterback come in there. If Brett's not going to be there, maybe Brandon Lay decides he wants to give one more shot at it. You never know with these things. People change their minds all the time, and different things, different life circumstances. So I'll tell you this: if Brandon does play, I probably would come back. Regardless, that would make my decision for me, because I would like to play with him one more season. But no, I don't think there's a whole lot to be done, man. I was proud of our season with the Bucks. We were super young, super inexperienced. Things got kind of out of whack with Brandon, deciding to leave when we thought he was going to be there, and so we had to kind of adjust on the fly, and I think we did a really good job. I was really proud of our team. We struggled in the last playoff game. It just was a long season, and just didn't execute very well in that game. But I don't know. I think if we came back with the same group, we'd be competitive. Just like we were competitive with Cold Lake. We were up going into halftime against them when we played them. So I like our team. So I hope the guys can come back. And if I do come back, and if I don't come back, I hope they do come back too. I'll still be cheering them on. So yeah. What about you guys? Are you already on the trail? Or I think it's a good thing that how well you guys did this year, and obviously you being on the podcast, people kind of knowing your name and knowing the team now. So are you guys into it, or are you guys you think you got getting your guys back, or what's going on with you guys?
Yes, it's going to be a mix of getting some guys back, some guys not coming back. Like I know off the top, like Skylar. He won't be coming back because he was a guy who was driving back and forth from Lethbridge, for practices and games. And so, for him, it's a big commitment to the family. So I think his focus right now is going to be on like trying to add in that Lethbridge team, which I think is going to be awesome for the league in its own. So I'm definitely pulling for that. If I look at like what our team needs to take that next step, is going to be filling bodies on the line. That's one thing when you look at like some of these top teams like Airdrie and Cold Lake, and even Bucks, they have a really strong front four presence. And that's something too where I felt like we had one with like we would call his name's Chidi, and like I felt I did an all right job something at the end. So I'm trying to feel like, okay, we can fill in those four guys there. We're in a good spot. ready to on a line. There's opening at linebacker. I think Skyler made 52 tackles for us. So,
Yeah, Skyler's a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big opening there to fill. So there's definitely some vacancies. And then offensively, I'm thinking like, okay, we did a good job this year. One sec. Arden. Okay. Babe, I think baby's getting his feeding time in. Yeah, I think it's going to be filling a few more key pieces on the offense. So again, more alignment as always. That's a big part. I think we did a big improvement from last year. Daryl, I'm sure he'll want to assess to see if he's coming back or not. I'm assuming he is, but you never can say. I think running backs. Myself, we'll see if I'm going to be playing RB or trying to fulfill more of that slot role. Like, I don't know. I think this offseason I want to attack it different and come out with a leaner package. I think that's one thing I want to attack for myself. But the big thing is to get Daryl a big body receiver. So I was looking back and like, when were the times when we really had something that was a true mismatch? And you remember in 2019-20 or 18-19 where we had Zach Wilton. War number 19.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know Zach. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he was something to where Daryl had him as a big mismatch over the middle. So that's gonna be a big thing now. Where I'm okay if we can find a guy like that to pair with our young guys. Maybe especially comes back or not. I think we're putting ourselves in a really strong position to be a top passing offense because that's Daryl's preference, but as well supported with the run. So that's kind of like where we're heading on that.
Yeah, and I agree with pretty much all of that. If Zach was a great player, and just in what he kind of did because he was such a mismatch inside with the size, the height, and the strength. I think he even played quarterback one game at one time or another, and just like ran the ball every time. Airdrie running out the clock here. Reality is setting in. It's not. This is not a disappointing season for Airdrie by any means. In fact, I think it's the opposite. I think they need to continue to build. It's hard for me to even pinpoint what's exactly missing. It doesn't seem offensively that there's much, I guess, creativity within the way they run their offense. Like if you look at Cold Lake's got a lot of different like tricky stuff like RPO actions and little crossing routes and stuff. And whereas Airdrie, like they're either throwing it deep or they're running it, or they're running flood up, sprint outs like this play right here, and they're trying to hit flood. But look at all the Cold Lake defenders, right? It's just becomes too easy to defend when your quarterback is rolling. Like in this situation, your quarterback's rolling to the weak side of the field. So you're literally eliminating 80% of the field that he's going to throw to because he doesn't throw back, against the grain there. So to me, that doesn't make sense. Sprint out to the side, eliminating 80% of the field and allowing the Cold Lake zone defenders to literally not move. Like they don't have to move when you're doing that. And so I don't know. There needs to be a little more less reliance on like trying to hit deep balls and more reliance on quick passing from the pocket, crossing routes, a little more play action, a little more RPO. Like when you've got a quarterback that can run the ball, like you should be running RPOs, you should be running read options, you should be running play actions. Like these are things that you should be doing when you have a run team. Oh, there's an injury. This isn't good. This isn't good. So you can see the Cold Lake player waving frantically. This is not good. They're going to tell everyone to back up here and go to commercial. So that's not a good situation. That's probably going to take a while. They're probably going to need an ambulance there the way that looked. But anyways, we'll see if they come back online here. But yeah, I just think they need to. There's a lot to build on there, and I think they're only going to get better. But they need to find a way to be a little more dinky and a little more dunky.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of injury here. It didn't look good the way that it looks like he may have been out. Cold Lake players were pretty frantic to get the trainers on the field. So My cat is losing it in the background. Gus, you're not going outside. Crazy guy.
You know what's so funny too? Of the film when we played each other, the very first clip is of your cat coming down the stairs.
I filmed that, so I did that on purpose. So I upload the film to Huddle, and so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna film a little cat scene, and then I'm gonna upload it with that. So I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I thought that was quite hilarious. So I was like going through like finding out my highlights for the year to put together a tape.
Yeah,
but I was like, man, I was like going through the like that's quite funny.
yeah, I did it a couple years ago. I did a different cat scene before every home game. It was pretty fun. And this year we only had the 3 home games, but I just did it the once. But I like to give them their moment of fame. Yeah. So this is obviously a really unfortunate a similar situation happened to me in our last game. It's incredibly scary, I think, for everybody involved. You can see Anton over there checking on him. Cold Lake players worried about him, so could be
Is the player down?
Yeah, it could be a head and neck situation. You can't see the player down. The Teagan, Glenn surrounding him. Anton's there, standing with him. Unfortunately, part of football, right? Like we all understand kind of what we're getting into when we play the game. It's every single play is a really dangerous risk. I saw something this year in our game against Edmonton where a guy literally had his ankle snapped. It was like pretty gruesome. And these are just things that football players have to understand and do understand that there's a risk of, and we all compete and talk a little bit of shit sometimes and want to win, but we also always hope that everybody is safe. So I know these are tough moments for everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see Double D there. Double D, shout out. Double D Media. I can see him on the field there. I knew they brought him up to Cold Lake for the game to help out with some of the cool stuff that he does. Yeah, we are in an injury timeout.
Yeah. Just trying to think of anything else that we can touch on here, because I don't want to give away our regular scheduled stuff, because I know we got some stuff planned here for the gap and for the national. So I'm trying to think what else we can say. Just what would you say? Which team surprised you the most coming out of the season?
Which team surprised me the most? I mean, honestly, probably. I mean, there's two answers to this. Which team? Edmonton surprised me the most, probably, just for how bad that they were in the regular season. It's the biggest surprise to me was when you guys beat them. I just don't think anyone saw that coming at any time. So I think the biggest surprise was just Edmonton finishing in last place. The biggest surprise, from a positive point of view, would definitely have to be Grand Prairie. I mean, to be a team that basically folded a few years ago, to come back and be in their second year, to be as competitive as they were in pretty much all their games. In really all their games. I think their biggest loss was to the Jets, and that wasn't even terrible. I mean, they played a decent game in their first game of the season. They traveled to Airdrie and were up and probably should have won that game. So I think Grand Prairie definitely biggest surprise, but I also was not shocked because I felt like they had a good core from last year. I felt like their defense was good. I felt like they had a good group of people running the team. So surprised, but not shocked, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that too. Now, I guess one question here now, with this injury time so close to the game, championship game, do you let the ambulance come and help escort the player off, or do we just call the game here?
I think he called the game. It looks like we're going to get an ambulance called here. So we'll probably wrap it up for us, so we won't keep people hanging. But yeah, you can see Airdrie's huddled up and Cold Lake's heading. I think they probably actually already did call the game. I think, wonder if I don't have the sound on, so. Cold Lake Chrysler getting lots of run. BMS Digital. Oh, tired.
I think that might wrap it. If anything, do you want to wrap up our side and then
Yeah.
Stuff? Yeah, I think we're down on this side and then
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everyone who is listening, has listened, or will listen. We decided to try to do this, and I think it, for the most part, was pretty good. Obviously some delays and some stuff, but we've kind of figured out ways that we can do this in the future to make it easier, simply rewinding your own screen and syncing it up with the audio. But it was fun. It was actually 3 hours, but that didn't feel like 3 hours. So before we go, I'll just say, please
final.
listen. Oh yeah, we're in final. So hey, Cold Lake AFL champions again. Congratulations to Cold Lake. Good luck to you in the national championship. We're going to be all over that game on AFL Uncensored. Please listen to our podcast, AFL Uncensored. You can find it everywhere you get your podcasts. That's AFL Uncensored, Teej Johannesson and Amari Fraser. And of course, the YouTube channel here that Amari is set up. He's done a good job this year of live streaming. We're gonna come at you full with the postseason the season recap next week's All-Star breakdowns, national championship preview, and then the following weeks we're gonna start really pumping that national game. We're gonna have guys on from the GTA All-Stars. We'll have guys on from the NFC, from the Jets. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A good, fun, hectic 3 weeks coming up with AFL Uncensored. So please check us out on your podcast. Thank you to Brick Can Darts, our AFL Uncensored podcast sponsors, Warwick Grain Carriers, our AFL Uncensored sponsor, and to everyone who's donated. And we're always looking for more sponsors to help us out along the way.
Yeah, I think that's everything from us. We'll see you guys here on our next episode here coming up next week. And congrats Cold Lake, and all the prayers out to the Airdrie Irish player that's down. I didn't get a number there, but I'm gonna shoot some messages here and see what's what here.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, everybody.